is the NFL on the MJ Morning Show. I got to make sure I don't confuse the Bruce Willis situation with the Bruce Arians situation.
Yeah, a lot of Bruce news today.
Bruce!
Is Springsteen okay?
Yes. I'm sorry. Springsteen checked out last night.
Bad day for Bruce.
We just played a Bruce Hornsby song.
Oh, my God. You're right.
I heard that in the office when you said, all right, Bruce, it's showtime. I'm like, is he talking to the coach?
Yeah, there was still 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the song. Gotta go.
All right, see you, Bruce.
Sorry. Bruce, 86, buddy. You're out of here.
All right, so today is the day of Bruce.
It is. Bruce! What's going on? I mean, that Bruce Willis news is so tragic. Hold on. Why did you just have a smirk on your face?
That wasn't a smirk. That wasn't a.
Was that a nervous?
happy-
Was that a nervous smile?
No, that was.
Oh.
I know exactly what it was.
What?
I just took my teeth bleachers out.
You took your teeth out?
No, my
Oh.
teeth bleachers. Like I had.
You gonna gum the show today?
Am I gonna what?
You gonna gum the show today?
Yes. And it was like it's got like a sticky, tacky side to
Oh.
it. So I don't think it was a smirk. I think it was my lips sticking to my teeth.
Oh, okay, all right. That's very plausible. Makes total sense to me, Roxanne. No, but seriously, the Bruce Willis story is just tragic. That he has to retire. You know, the story apparently was covered up that he was screwing up his lines and he couldn't remember things and he was having trouble on set while shooting movies. Apparently, this goes back a couple of years now.
And this is because of things that have happened to him on set.
What is the name of the condition? I never heard of the damn thing.
Asphia?
Aphasia?
Hang on a minute. Asphyxia? What is it?
I never heard of it either.
Aphasia?
No, hey, you know what? I did it on my afternoon show yesterday. Hold on, I'm going through my man's penis turns black and rots after he injected it with cocaine.
I remember,
That's not that story.
I remember a few years ago, Kevin Smith directed him in a movie, and Kevin Smith was like, he couldn't remember his lines, he didn't want to do them, and maybe it's because of this.
That is it.
Why.
And Kevin Smith hated him.
Is it aphasia?
Yeah, thank you. Yes. It's
A-P-H-A-S-I-A.
Yeah, it's aphasia.
He thought
And
he was being a jerk on the set. I guess he just couldn't remember.
I said the word like a dozen times on my afternoon show yesterday, but I forgot. It's aphasia.
I hope you don't have aphasia.
Yeah.
Me?
If you forgot it, if you said it yesterday,
No,
you forgot it.
I forgot because you know what? Have you ever heard of aphasia before yesterday?
No, yesterday was the first time I ever said that word.
Hey, listen, I've done a ton of content with you guys over the years. I read a lot. I do a lot of stories. We cover a lot of ground and a lot of topics, and I think my vocabulary is above normal. You know, listen, it's not like some crazy genius level, but my vocabulary is certainly above average, and I had never heard of this aphasia, this condition that Bruce Willis has. I mean, it is sad. All right, we'll get into that later on. And, of course, the other big, huge, humongous breaking story, the other Bruce, is Bruce Arians. And the real reason why he's retiring is because Tom Brady said, if I come back, Arians has got to go. Off the sideline.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. That's fake news right there.
But hey, all right. Of course, there is no proof of that. But come on. Is there just a smidge, a wee bit of, you remember hearing that there was a little bit of friction between Bruce Arians and Tom Brady. And suddenly Tom Brady comes back, and then Bruce Arians steps aside. Listen, it's probably not likely. It's probably not the case. But come on, you got to at least wonder if Tom Brady's unretirement, if there was anything, am I right or wrong? If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong.
That's absolutely something you would have to think about.
Exactly.
You would have to ask that question.
Now, is it likely? Is it plausible? Is that the real deal? I don't know. Probably not, but you would have to think of that possible scenario for at least a few seconds. There's still a kind of a nagging curiosity wondering, is the Bruce Arians retirement, the bombshell, the shocker yesterday that the Bucs head coach, Super Bowl winning coach Bruce Arians, are we getting the whole story that he's stepping aside to let Todd Bowles? And listen, Todd Bowles has a brilliant career ahead of him. There is no doubt about it. He has proved his chops as a defensive coordinator. There's no doubt that Bowles has a remarkable trajectory, NFL head coach career-wise ahead. and he's going to make a great head coach. But you got to ask, with Bruce Arians stepping down and going to the front office, is there any more to the story other than what they're putting forward, which might be the case also?
I think there's a lot more to the story, but I think it has very little to do with all these rumors that you heard about Brady and Arians. Remember, when Brady retired, they had a lot of the media had a lot of headlines to fill. You heard all these crazy stories. He's playing in San Francisco. He wants to go back to the Patriots.
Oh, my God. You know what I just realized?
What?
What did you say? Rumors?
All right. That's the biggest stretch I think you've ever come up with.
Okay, what's my stretch?
Bruce Willis's kid's name's Rumor.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
On the day of the Bruces,
Yes!
I bring up the word rumor with Bruce Arians, and we're talking about Bruce Willis.
And then Bruce Willis has a daughter named Rumor.
Yeah. How could that even be possible?
How do rumors get started? They're started by the jealous people. Oh, Coop
my
doesn't.
God.
Yeah.
What a horrible song.
Oh, that's a great song. What are you talking
Listen
about?
to this.
How
I
do
liked it.
rumors get started? I want to hear more of that in a minute. We're just getting rolling. Hey, Froggy, Michelle is so pissed that you broke my birthday gift yesterday.
I don't remember what happened.
All right. Folks, if you didn't hear what happened on the show yesterday, oh, man, I'm running freaking late. All right, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, don't move. We're back in a minute. For the early listeners, if you didn't hear the Froggy freak out yesterday, we'll get to it next here on the MJ Morning Show, and then much more with the Bucks and Bruce Arians and all kinds of crap. And we're loaded today on a Thursday. Hey, let's talk PDQ. End it now. Thank you very much. All right, Pat Benatar on the MJ. Oh, man, I'm a minute behind. I'm a freaking minute behind. Look at this, guys.
I thought you were a professional.
I know. I'm really
An amateur.
Really slacking. This is amateur hour.
Now we're going to take another minute talking about how we're already a minute behind.
It's the MJ Morning Show on Q105. The Froggy freakout yesterday for the early crowd, for those that missed it. Yeah, Fester, you're gesturing over there. Go ahead.
I don't think it was I think it was justified.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, listen, I think the jerk in all this is you.
I'm the jerk. The listeners seem to love it.
Thank you, friend.
No. Okay. Both statements are true. The listeners loved it, and you're the jerk in all of this.
The listeners seem to love seeing me being pushed over the edge. I don't know why they like that so much.
Are you saying that the jerk store called and they're running out of me?
They have a whole shelf. They're like, look, we need to place an order of MJ stat. I told them there are supply chain issues. You haven't been quite as big a jerk as you have been in the past recently until yesterday when you topped off your quota.
He brings out the jerkness for me, it seems. He treats everybody else like an angel.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that I should open up like a jerk chicken place? I ought to go into competition with the Jerk Hut?
Actually, Andrew, the owner of the Jerk Hut,
I know.
named the place after you.
I know some other jerk businesses that I'm not going to mention.
You know other jerk businesses that
Jerk
you're
chicks?
not going to mention?
Just other. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like what?
Yeah,
Why not mention it?
Do you think for a minute that you're going to be able to say that and we're not going to try to drag whatever it is out of your mouth that needs to be dragged out?
Just various types of food restaurants. Yes.
Name one other restaurant that involves jerk. Name one other business that involves jerky.
I just said jerk chicken. What?
Yeah, that's yep. Mm-hmm.
No. Listen. Roxanne, what are you talking about?
I was trying to get dumped again.
No, that
You
can't.
talking about Kennedy Boulevard circa 2004?
What is wrong with you? Your mind is turning filthy.
Wait a minute, you're talking about
What is going on with you, Roxanne? So
Roxanne.
you're
My
talking-
gosh, you're a shock jock all of a sudden.
It's Roxanne Stern over here.
Hey, Roxanne, so I can't do it.
My God.
Roxanne stank face, I can do that. Yeah.
Shock jock Roxanne.
Shock jock.
You're talking about jerk in a more vulgar context?
You're in a room with three men.
What is we?
It didn't even cross our minds.
Froggy, Fester, and myself, we didn't even think about
And
that.
I'm a filthy pig.
We're the three most deranged people I know.
Roxanne,
And we didn't come up
Well,
with
then
going
guess
on
what? You
with
guys
you?
are rubbing off on me clearly.
we're not rubbing
Yes,
off on you.
you are.
We-
You're terrible influences.
We are a
look at what you're
listen,
doing to me.
We are a family show.
Oh my God.
And don't you ever follow that first statement
This-
up with us rubbing off on you.
All right.
Stop it.
First of all, this show, listen, tell me if this is wrong.
This is depraved.
This show is 95% of the time appropriate for all audiences. Do you agree with that?
I would say a little bit lower than 95%.
What, like 92%?
Yes. Okay, we'll say 92%.
This show, and that's my goal, this show is designed to be entertaining, engaging, informative, and it's designed to be good for the wide demographic spread. The bulk of this show, parents can be driving their kids to school and still listen to us. Or on occasion, are there things that maybe get a little racy, and it's content or it's subject matter, it's something in the news cycle? Yeah, but that is not the norm. That is more of the exception. This show, by and large, is demographically acceptable from kids to adults.
Until Roxanne cracks the mic.
Oh, my God. What is going on with you?
Roxanne, I got to tell you, the day of the shock jock is over. Those are old days.
Yeah, we're not shock jocks.
Here's what happened. I had Bruce Arians on my mind, which made me think of football, which made me think of Robert Kraft, which made me think of
Oh, my God.
West Palm or
Jupiter.
Thank you. And then you guys brought up jerk. And
The
then
way
it all
you're
came
I'm
together.
talking about jerk chicken. You're talking about jerk something else. My God, what is going on? Roxanne, the shock jock.
The flow chart of your thought is amazing.
I need you to back it down.
Actually, that'd be a good concept for a new morning show. One like family member, like one host is a family guy and the other host is a shock jock, and they're always trying to chill each other out. Hey, stop being a shock jock. Shut up. I'll do what I want. I'm Roxanne. Talking about tubing it. Yeah.
All right, I'm done with that. I just
Oh my
dumped.
God.
I just
How
dumped
did he
that.
get dumped, but I didn't.
Wait a minute. I said the guy's name.
Of everything we said in that whole segment, you dumped that?
I just dumped that.
What? You can't dump Johnny's stink face.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So what were we talking about?
We were talking about the Froggy freakout on yesterday's
and was
show.
MJ a jerk or not about it?
That's what started
Yeah.
the whole thing. Was I a jerk? And did you know that your wife texted me in the middle of that? And did I mention this on the air that Kim?
Yeah, you did.
Froggy's wife texted me. He's not going to handle this well.
Well, she knows how I am without my telly.
Wait a sec. You don't think that Froggy handled it well? Mike, he just,
All right. That is.
he just picked up.
I told you I was going to break something. I told.
Froggy, stop! Oh,
Wow.
There it is. It's
There's that
official.
damn click.
Well.
My God, this audio system in here.
I like it. It's kind of like we're like in the 70s again and you were playing old carts or something.
Everything's on cassette.
Actually, carts didn't even do that.
And there's a little click at the end of like all of our audio bites now because the audio system we use is just.
If you hear the click, take a shot.
Yeah.
Make a game out of it.
Anyway, folks, that noise right there that you just heard, that was Froggy freaking out. Oh, God. Oh, Mike, he just.
All right. That is.
Froggy picked up a floor fan and smashed it in the credenza in the back of the studio, destroyed the fan. That probably has been in the Q105 studio here since CBS owned this joint back in 2010 or 2011.
Did anybody hear anything about that? Because I got out of here ASAP.
No.
I don't know whose fan that was, but I sort of black out in situations like that, and I just grab what's around.
All right, folks, the Froggy freakout, very simple. I can explain it in 30 seconds. For my birthday back in January, Michelle gave me something called the kitchen safe. And it's where you're supposed to put like a food item that it's to prevent immediate like cravings and not being able to control yourself. So the kitchen safe, it is a lockbox. It is like high impact plastic and it has a timer device and you put in how many days, hours, or minutes or seconds that you want this box to remain closed. And then when the timer gets down to zero, like you set it for 2 hours. You got to wait 2 hours before the box opens up to let you get inside. I've been a little fed up with Froggy and his cell phone usage during the show, and Froggy won't get off his phone. And I took Froggy's cell phone and I put it in the lockbox yesterday.
With no warning, by the way.
With no warning. And then
Yeah,
I
you're big. Let me see what kind you have.
At 7:43 or so, I set it for 2 hours. And it wasn't going to open up until the end of the show, around 9:43 or 9:45. And then Froggy just didn't have access to his phone.
You know what? This is why you've been texting me the last few days about asking me how big my phone is.
That's why I asked you.
I just put this together. I thought you were going to give me a new phone.
No,
I was like, he's going to give me a phone, Kim.
I've been texting Froggy since like Monday. What iPhone do you have? Because I needed to check the measurements online to make sure that Froggy's iPhone would fit. Because you've got the you got the 12 or 13.
He asked me too. He's like, Fester, what phone do you have? I was like, I have the 13 Pro. It's the big one.
I thought he was going to bring me like a new phone.
No, I just needed to make sure that your phone would fit in the lockbox.
Just pieced it together.
I put Froggy's phone in the lockbox and then locked it up for a couple hours yesterday, and Froggy freaked out. Hey, you have a video cut feature, correct, Coop, on our website? Is that
main page up at the top, mjmorningshow.com.
All right, if you miss this, you got to check out the video. mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. It's the Froggy phone freakout in the lockbox. And Michelle is pissed because you ruined my birthday present.
Oh, please. Your $60 gift from Walgreens as seen on TV section?
No, that is not from as seen on TV at Walgreens. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Please.
Okay. All right, I got to take a quick break here. I've got early morons in the news. We'll address this later on. You've got anger management problems, dude.
Do I?
All right, hang on. I got early morons in the news next. Good pile today here on the MJ Morning Show. You know. Morning Show. It's Q105. It is 6:39, and the morons in the news are crying out for exposure. The morons in the news are craving attention right now. And again, people love this segment. And I continue to hear from listeners that love morons in the news, which has been an MJ Morning Show staple for years. Do you know, guys, that I still own the website, moronsinthenews.com?
I heard that.
But if you go there, do me a favor.
Let me go there.
Go to moronsinthenews.com. I've been saying that I'm going to do something with this website since like 1996. I think I got this website before Al Gore even invented the internets.
It's just a moronsinthenews.com. It's a Network Solutions holding page.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's at Network Solutions.
You got Fester doing this stuff too, buying stupid websites that he thinks he's going to do something with. Like what's the one you have?
Yeah,
Florida?
but that's a great website. Moronsinthenews.com.
Fester's is better.
I have idiots across America. If I ever opened up a competing morning show across the street, we're going, idiots. Hi, it's time for idiots across America.
You know that awful Bob and Sherry morning show. Remember, they stole Morons in the News from us. Remember?
A lot of people do it, but they change it. Like,
well, listen, idiot stories and weird news, it's nothing new. I mean, those have been around since the beginning of, radio morning shows.
But Morons is your thing.
Yeah, Morons in the News, and a lot of morning shows. Listen, the popularity of the MJ and BJ show and the MJ morning show for, decades, a lot of stations would, steal our bits, steal our concepts.
Well, the segment is just called Florida Man if it's out of state.
Well, a lot of places, do the Florida man. But I had an idea with Morons in the News that I wanted to do like a Drudge Report of morons. And every day it was just a simplistic site with just links to all of these moron stories. And I just never got around to it. But I still pay Network Solutions every year to keep the URL.
Smart.
But there are a bunch of morning shows around the country that literally yanked and stole the name Morons in the News from us. And people love it because it makes people feel better. I mean, people that think that they've got problems in life, you listen to these damn stories and suddenly you don't.
You think you made a wrong turn?
I teased this headline, I think, in the first segment of the show today. In the first opening minutes of the program, a story came up. Did anything catch your attention? Did I read a headline of a story that maybe one of you guys said, what did he just say?
So, you mentioned passingly and almost under your breath something about some guy's junk turning black because he injected it with drugs.
I think I missed that.
Fester is paying attention.
I was not paying attention. I didn't hear that.
You know what? You are more and more not paying attention to the show. Seriously, I don't know if you're dozing off. I don't know if you've got this.
She's thinking of dirty jokes to say.
I don't know if you've got asphyxia.
I think she's got wine in her cup.
What's the name of this thing that Bruce Willis has?
Aphasia?
Aphasia.
It's not asphyxia.
Yeah.
I have
God,
both, actually.
I still, man, when I heard that Bruce Willis news yesterday,
Yeah, that's sad.
I felt so bad.
I love him.
I like Bruce Willis as well.
Was this he can't? Is it his? It's not like dementia though. It's
No, it is.
It's
It
like
is.
dementia.
It is like dementia. And listen, I've been through dementia with my family.
Me too.
Both of my grandmothers had bad dementia. All right, we'll get into Bruce Willis obviously later on. But Fester, you are correct. You're paying attention.
Wow.
But Roxanne, seriously, I don't know what it is, but sometimes we'll do like 2 minutes on something, and then it's like you've zoned out and you don't have no recollection on something we've done on the show.
Hello, I'm talking to people during the show.
It's multitasking.
All right, I know that and our texting has exploded
Yeah,
over
I can't even read all of them. I can't keep track. I'm trying, but I got another little thing going on here. So yes, I'm having a conversation with you, but I'm also having a conversation with listeners.
But you got to figure out a way to make sure you know what we're doing on the air. That's kind of priority
well,
one.
I would say 80% of the time I do.
Yeah, maybe 55, but yeah. She's more to the good than not.
All right, here's the moron in the news. And Fester, you are correct. Man's penis turns black and rots after he injected it with cocaine. Who just did that?
Me, because when you said
Hold on, who just went, oh?
Oh, because it made me.
I thought it was Roxanne. That sounded feminine.
Oh.
It did.
It made me pucker up a little bit, like, oh.
It emasculated you.
Everything tightened up in like the bikini area.
A man watched his junk turn black and rot.
How fast did this happen? In minutes?
The horrifying story was reported by doctors in New York. A 35-year-old unnamed man turned up at an emergency room at Bronx Care Hospital Center in agony. He spent the last 3 days in excruciating and worsening pain in his penis. Scrotum.
Please keep it official and call it a ween.
I'm reading the actual story here. This is from the New York Post. The guy had excruciating pain in his
The whole area.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The whole component.
What did he do? Dip it in some acid?
No, he injected he injected cocaine in his unit. What is wrong? Did he think? Roxanne, what are you're making noises and faces over here.
No, that sounds super painful.
It does.
And
Did he run out of veins everywhere else?
I don't know what this guy was thinking. Was he thinking that like cocaine will keep you up all night, and if I
and there's a euphemism there, like I want to keep something else up
they
all
make
night.
pills for that.
Oh my God. The pain started almost immediately after he injected cocaine into the dorsal vein of his male appendage.
All right.
Which apparently I didn't know this.
This is horrible.
The dorsal vein.
I didn't know there was a dorsal fin.
Yeah, I thought that was just a dorsal fin in dolphins. I didn't know there's a dorsal vein.
Apparently, guys in their junk, they have something called a dorsal vein.
Wow.
Sometimes it makes it sound like a dolphin. It'd be like, aga. I'm like, what? That dorsal. Down, boy.
They call it flipper. Flipper.
Faster than lightning.
So the word dorsal means relating to the upper side.
Well, yeah, we know
Yeah.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So anyway,
So men and women have them.
this guy injects cocaine into his unit, into his junk.
Oh.
Apparently, it wasn't the first time that he had chosen to do this, a method of getting high. The man admitted to having injected cocaine into his dorsal vein in his at least twice in the past 2 weeks. But he didn't have problems.
Yeah, he's experienced.
Well, this time, guess what? He had a problem.
How can you think nothing's going to go bad?
This guy said he had a long history of intravenous drug use, and with most other injection sites damaged, Froggy,
I see.
you were correct.
I mean, that has to be the last vein left.
I mean, you have folks that are known for like shooting up in the
Toes.
webbing of their toes,
Yeah.
in between their toes. A lot of times that's to hide track marks, though, isn't it?
I guess.
I mean, I'd rather shoot my toes than my junk if I had a choice.
So long history, and he was, I guess, had an issue with most of the other injection sites were damaged, and he turned to one of the only injection sites left, his wang. And upon examination, medics discovered swelling, ulcers, some of the stuff. He had necrosis,
Ew.
which is
When
rotting tissue.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
The unidentified man had significant history of drug use. No STDs, though. The guy had no sexually transmitted infections, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he's too busy. He's not doing it with anyone else. He's just.
They quickly started him on an IV. Quick! Stat! IV with D5W. Ringer's lactate.
In the dorsal vein. Now. That one's a little sensitive, guys.
This is crazy. So the condition of the patient improved slowly. The patient refused to have surgery to cut away the dying tissue on his wang.
Leave it.
After spending 5 days hooked up to antibiotics, the man was given a 10-day course of pills. The case report said that his clinical condition improved, but he refused to go to drug rehab. Listen, if you're shooting cocaine into your wang, you've got a problem. Holy moly.
This should be a rock bottom moment for him.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about hitting rock bottom. The day your junk just wilts off.
We don't know if he recovered from the ordeal, but the headline said that the guy's unit turned black and rotted. I think it's still attached, but I don't know what it looks like. I mean, could this guy put a picture up on, like, could he shoot a TikTok? Oh, it could be a tick.
No, don't say it.
Is it like when you leave a hot dog on the
No,
grill
don't go
for
with
way
that
too
rhyme.
long?
I can't say that, can I?
No.
Instead of tick, if I want the guy to shoot a video of his cocaine injected junk,
And we know what you're
I
saying.
think,
yeah.
I think Froggy gave us a good visual. just
it's
now
not
with it.
TikTok, it's tick.
I'm just picturing a
Hey, it's tick clock.
All right.
We know what it
Do you
is.
want to
all
say
get it.
everything
We all
but
get
the word? What are you, 6?
Either do or don't.
You're trying to get a Beavis and Butt clock.
This is crazy, folks.
Wow.
But you're in trouble. You got a problem. Guess what? If you don't get help at Charter, get help somewhere.
Please.
If you're injecting cocaine into your wang. Oh, that is awful.
You think he just hit him? He was like, gosh, it's so hard to find a vein. And then he was in the shower and he's like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
Wait, who the drain?
There's the dorsal vein on my junk.
Forgot about my dorsal.
Wow, I think I got this thing figured out here. Wow, yeah. Listen, people do some crazy crap. Listen, there are people, I don't want to be too specific here, and I got to take a break. We'll continue with morons because I haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. But there are people that when it comes to, gratification that have done crazy, crazy stuff.
Yeah. And get married.
Oh,
Oh, crap. I said that out loud.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by. We will get to the remainder of the morons in the news next on the MJ Morning Show. Stand by. Don't move. Hey, I want to... It is 7 o'clock at the MJ Morning Show. Hey, folks, MJ here. Froggy, Fester, Roxanne, Coop. Coop, do you have that bleeped out? Because this guy's yelling the F-bomb and everything.
Yeah, so far it's good.
I mean, is it bleeped? Did you effectively bleep it?
Effectively?
Don't miss a bleep on this. Guys, did you see what happened at a high school track meet?
Oh, yeah.
Frog, you saw this?
Yes, I did, sir, and it was not cool.
What the heck is going on?
Was that his dad in the stands yelling, "What the?"
Well, that's why I needed Coop to, make sure he bleeped everything out.
That must have been like his dad or something.
This is crazy. And guess where it happened?
Oh, God.
Whoop, here in Florida.
Yeah, it was in Kissimmee, like some big track meet.
It was.
It was in Punch-a-Me.
Hey,
Get it?
You're close. It wasn't Kissimmee. It wasn't Hug Me. It was Punch Me.
Punch-a-Me.
Yeah, Kissimmee. This is a shocker. This is unbelievable. This happened at a high school track meet here in Florida over the weekend. One of the runners was sucker punched on the track in the middle of a race by another runner.
How do you even punch while you're running? That's kind of hard, isn't it?
Knocked the guy to the ground. Just leveled the dude.
Well, he runs up next to him and just gets one off on him, a bad one. Blindsides him.
Just a haymaker. The guy's running, not even thinking. This fist just comes around and knocks. It looks like it knocked him out.
The guy was knocked to the ground. Nah. I need the Barb Barker brawl with Adam Sandler. Yeah, I need that. I need the big. There we go. There it is. Yeah. All right. Here's the story, man. What is going on? Hey, over the years, we've had, like, for instance, parents behaving badly. We've had stories about, like, wackadoodle parents. Hey, I saw all of it. Hey, with Chloe growing up playing soccer, I saw plenty of bad parents screaming at refs. I've seen
soccer moms gone bad.
Well, it's not as much the soccer moms, it's more the soccer dads. But listen, we've been cultivating and nurturing Chloe's love for soccer since she was like 5. And Chloe ended up playing Division I women's soccer, and she plays for the University of New Hampshire. In fact, they've got a game this weekend. We're flying up, Michelle and I. Guess what? We're flying up to Boston tomorrow night to then drive to New Hampshire, to Durham, to see Chloe's game on Sunday. And then I don't get back in till like 11 o'clock on Sunday night. And then, hey, I'm back here on the morning show with you guys on Monday. And I kind of wanted to relax a little bit after coming off of Egypt, but I guess I'm not going to be chilling this weekend doing nothing.
Well, relaxed enough being in Egypt on a boat?
Yes.
I guess to relax from vacation.
I guess that was pretty relaxing, scuba diving for a week.
You think?
Anyway, so we're headed, obviously, to Boston. But I saw plenty of misbehaving parents. Chloe, listen, she was on, I'm trying to think of all the, hey, Festus, stop the video for a second. Just hold on. We'll go over it in a second.
I'll show you for Roxanne, who hasn't seen it yet.
Right, well, hold on. We'll do it live on the air. But I saw over the years, I'm trying to remember, Chloe played like Simply Soccer. She played for Tampa Bay United. Chloe played, she started playing as like a 5-year-old at the YMCA on Himes. That's where Chloe started. And over the years, I've seen parents.
What's the worst thing you've ever seen?
I've seen it actually at a Disney tournament or ESPN.
Where everything's supposed to be happening.
Right. I saw, because, the great
Wide World Wide of Sports.
The great ESPN Wide World of Sports concept, that whole complex. I saw a physical altercation with a parent and a ref. So that's the worst that I have seen. But, hey, we've had stories of parents fighting refs, parents getting arrested. Hey, Froggy,
weren't you like a T-ball coach or something?
Didn't you quit because parents were like?
Well, I thought a guy yelled at me and said, "What the hell are you doing, Coos?" And I said, "Do you want to get beat up in front of your son and 50 other people?" But I also told you a story about the guy who took the bat that he thought was loaded and smashed it over the thing because he thought the kid's bat was loaded with racquetballs or something because he hit a home run, his first ever.
Right.
He's like, "That bat's loaded. Give me that bleep bat." Takes the bat. It's not loaded. I swear. Boom! Breaks the bat over the floor. $300 bat, not loaded. He gets taken out.
There was no cork inside, no rubber material.
Nothing.
Giving the bat a better bounce, right?
So that almost caused a bigger fight. The guy got taken out and expelled from the park along with his son.
The point is, usually it's like spectators or parents that go nuts. In this case, another track runner, another athlete decks another runner. This is nuts.
Okay, real quick question. When did this happen?
It happened last weekend. I said that 5 times already.
Okay, well, I just
Were you
wanted
putting
to see
on
if it
makeup
was...
again?
Yes, I have a shoot today. I told you that. It's going to be a long process of makeup today. Okay, so let me just get this straight. So this happened prior to the Chris Rock Will Smith incident. I want to make sure it's not inspired by that.
Yeah, it happened on Saturday.
Okay.
So
Will Smith was actually inspired by the track runner.
This happened at the oh God, it's the Toho.
It's a track meet. It's a big track meet.
Hold on, it's TOHOPEKALIGA. How do you pronounce that?
I don't know.
The Toho Pacalaja Tiger Invitational in Kissimmee.
You're focusing on the least important detail of the
Yeah,
story.
this is like Topakiji Yugni Park down in South Florida. Holy crap. What do you, the name? The Topo Kick?
It's a big track meet in Kissimmee.
Thank you, Fester. So witnesses claim the athlete in the black uniform was standing on the track as the runner in white and red was circling around leading the pack. Witnesses say the runner in first place yelled at the athlete in black to move, and when the next lap came around, the guy appeared to get in the way of the runner by standing on the track. According to witnesses, the runner in first then pushed the athlete in black to get him out of the way. In response, the athlete chased down the runner and punched him from behind.
Oh, so this guy was lapped, and he's supposed to
No. This guy, the puncher, is the biggest jerk in the world because he's standing on the track as runners are trying to get by. If you're on a race, and some guy's in the track, hey, move! I'm coming through.
I thought he was on like a part of the race because it looked like he was racing with
This
him.
is crazy. Do you have the audio, Coop?
I do, yeah.
This is the audio of. Now you're not going to hear the smack, but you're going to hear the reaction.
Yeah, the reaction is just as good.
You're going to hear the reaction in the crowd after one of the runners punches and knocks the other runner to the ground. Go. Kidding me? So the guy's yelling, "Are you bleeping kidding me? Are you bleeping kidding me?"
I heard a woman go, "How could you do that?"
Did you really?
Yeah, at the
I
very
did
end.
too.
You can hear it.
Play it again. There's so much to hear.
I know.
Listen for the
It's like
very end.
every time you hear it, you hear something new. Did you hear the train hit the car?
How could you do that?
All right,
Total
go.
Karen.
I hit it again. Kidding me?
Right there. I heard her.
How did you do that? It's my favorite part.
Okay.
This is nuts.
That's assault.
You know, the guy in second place was like, yes.
Law enforcement in Kissimmee was notified about the incident, as well as the Florida High School Athletic Association. Well, this crystal clear video evidence, the video, they recorded the whole thing.
He ran into my fist, sir.
Man, that is just unbelievable.
And no word on what happened to the other student?
No, I haven't seen an update on the story. I saw this yesterday afternoon.
I want an update on both people. The kid that got hit, how's he doing? And the kid who punched him, is he suspended? Was he arrested?
Yeah, and why did he do it?
I've been blindsided punched just like that at the Flogging Molly concert, remember, a few years ago? Guy walked right up next to the side of me. Boom!
Yeah, at a Flogging Molly concert, I'm not surprised. At a high school track meet, I'm like, oh.
God, what is that Flogging Molly song that I love that you played for me years ago?
Drunken Lullabies, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Coop,
God.
bring up Flogging Molly.
This would have been better on St. Patrick's Day.
That's true, but guess where I was on St. Patrick's Day?
Well, the only place to be on St. Patty's.
I was flying to Egypt on St. Patty's
Your
Day.
BFE.
Egypt.
Yeah. That was the 17th of March. I was on the way to Egypt on the 17th. Remember, that was a Thursday, and we had already finished up the week on Wednesday and went on spring break. What is that?
That's not it.
Was that the end of the first commercial? What is this?
Hey guys, it's Kevin Rousseau.
Oh, my.
It's the
Coop, how many commercials are on this thing?
All kinds of ways.
Hold on, you don't have a skip on there?
You just have to try.
Sometimes you have to watch them.
That's if they are paying for that, I think.
I love this song. I know nothing other than this song from Flogging Molly, and it's called Drunken Lullaby.
Let's go see him live.
What are there,
Brian.
9 minutes of commercials on YouTube before Drunken Lullaby comes up, Coop?
You know, this is outrageous. All I want to do is hear
What?
some Irish punk music.
Exactly. It's Irish punk. All right, here we go, finally.
Where I got punched in the face by a skinhead.
Did you really?
Don't tell a skinhead to get his ass out of the way. What is this?
Hey, dude, where's the song?
I don't know what song you're looking for.
This is it. This is Drunken Lullaby by Flogging Molly.
Remember I did Drunken Morning Guy.
Oh, that's right.
About
Drunken
you.
Morning. Do you have that still? All right, listen, this is a great song. Hey, Rox, have you ever heard this?
I think I have. Yeah, I like it.
You've
Is he
never
going?
heard it.
All right, hang on. Here they go. Here's Flogging Molly. This is great. Has this ever been played on Q105?
Oh, this should be on every hour.
Hey, is this on the Gino Saturday Night Dance Party?
You can call a request.
All right, here we go. Here's the hook.
Here we go.
All right, this is a great song. We find ourselves in the same old mess, singing drunken lullabies.
It's kind of like this morning show.
I love that. What, you think we're drunk doing this morning show?
I am right now.
We just find ourselves in the same mess.
How did we bring up Froggy and Molly?
Froggy got
I talked about where I got
Punching. Did you know the guy who punched you?
No, just a couple skinheads at the bar, and I said, move your ass out of the way. I was drunk.
Where was this?
It was the what is that bar in Orlando? The House of Blues. 2002.
Really?
Took one right in the face.
Wow, at a Flog and Molly concert?
And the cops couldn't get him. They got away with it.
Wow.
That's why this nose is...
Hey, guys, do you remember, before we went on spring break, do you remember we had a story about 2 Walmart employees going at it?
When does that not happen?
All right, we had a story, and Festa, maybe you can find it. There was like spilled milk. One Walmart employee.
When you say going at it, they weren't going at it. They were fighting.
Fighting.
One Walmart employee apparently spilled some milk in the milk aisle at one of the grocery / Walmarts, and the other employee got angry that he didn't clean it up. Remember that?
You're just making somebody else's job harder. There was a stabbing involved.
That's right. Here it is. That's right. All right. Fester just found the story. Police arrested a 23-year-old man in Northampton, Massachusetts, after he stabbed a coworker over a milk spill. 23-year-old Omar Rios Robles is a maintenance employee at the Walmart, and he became upset after a coworker spilled milk in the store, in one of the aisles, and didn't clean it up. And then it led to a stabbing. The maintenance guy ends up stabbing the other coworker. All right, that was a couple of weeks back before we went on vacation. Guess what? What is going on? A fight between Walmart employees has produced another stabbing. Apparently, fights between Walmart associates, I guess the choice of attack is stabbing.
And they carry knives.
They sell knives at Walmart. You get the employee discount.
Oh, speaking of knives, remind me after I do the story, I got a new chef's knife delivered to the house yesterday. It is fantastic. I've been meaning to buy this knife for like 10 years.
We're going to talk about your chef knife?
Well, hang on. Yeah, listen, I like to give out good tips on the show. This now, the other one was what? Massachusetts, right?
Yes.
This is now Auburn, Washington. Folks, morons in the news. Authorities say that a fight between 2 Walmart employees resulted in a stabbing at the Walmart Supercenter in Auburn, Washington State. The victim, a 31-year-old male, transported to a local medical center. Guy was in critical condition, life-threatening injuries. The victim was stabbed 4 to 6 times, suffered significant blood loss. Como Television, KOMO, in Seattle, reported the suspect, a 26-year-old male, was taken into custody after he was interviewed by detectives, and they got into an argument. I'll tell you what, you have that website, The People of Walmart?
Oh, it's the best.
Oh, it's one of our favorites.
Where you see humanity displaying the most bizarre clothing. I mean,
it's an outrageous website.
People of Walmart is one of the greatest websites. People take pictures. Listen, Walmart has an enormous amount of the American population rolling through their store on a weekly basis. And you get every imaginable chunk of humanity in a Walmart store. And people just take pictures of people in Walmart. And it's usually how they're dressed, what they're wearing, what they look like. And that's what the People of Walmart website is all about. You know, we ought to start.
What?
We ought to start stabbings of Walmart.
So far, we have 2.
We have 2.
I mean, if we have one more, that's enough for a really good front page.
We need to buy that domain.
Hey, see if that's available. Go to GoDaddy. Go see if
stabbings of Walmart.
Go see if this stabbings of Walmart.com. Is that available?
See, the first thing you do is never announce the name that you want to buy on the radio.
I don't think we really want stabbings of Walmart.com.
I'm not looking at it.
I got to be honest. I don't think you really need to look it up.
Pretty slim pickings.
Hey, Froggy, what time is it? Is this the safe window where I can talk about your without pissing off your wife, Kim?
Well, if you want to violate all kinds of HIPAA violations, that's fine. Go ahead.
It's not a HIPAA or hippo violation.
It's not. And by the way, anything to do with Fester is a hippo violation. But why would this be a HIPAA violation?
You're talking about my medical needs. And I'm medicated.
You talk about your medical needs all the time. You're doing commercials for Doc MJ.
What are you talking about? My stomach issues? My Prilosec that I'm on?
And
what medication are you talking about?
By the way, folks,
Lipitor?
I have nothing to do with Doc MJ. It's just same name.
Coincidence.
No,
you named yourself after marijuana years ago.
No, I did not. All right, Froggy.
What? Yes, I believe this is the safe harbor.
Now, I'm not supposed to talk about your
medication.
Your medication. I'm not supposed to talk about it, between 7:30 and like
7:45?
7:45-ish, right? That's when your kids are in the car with Kim.
The kids don't need to know about my medication.
All right, I saw this last night. I immediately thought of you. I don't know why.
Thank you for thinking of me at night in bed.
Toxic air pollutants from smoking cannabis with a bong are 4 times worse than cigarettes, according to a new study.
I had to get rid of mine because it was
Hold on,
rough.
You had a bong?
No.
Yeah, I mean, no.
It broke in the back of Fester's car.
Yeah.
And it was in his kid's car seat.
Froggy and I switched cars for a day, and he's like, hold on, let me get something out. You don't want to get caught with this. And he takes his bong out of his truck and throws it into the back of my Lincoln, and it smacked the glass.
Broke, yeah.
The glass bowl broke in my kid's car seat.
Oh, my God. That's right.
My kid's like, Daddy, what's this? I'm like, it's Uncle
This
Froggy's.
stinky.
Yeah, Fester's kid. How old was your
that
kid
would
when
stink.
5, 4, 5?
Fester's kid's 4 or 5 years old and sitting in broken bong glass.
Yeah, and then it's going to smell like that when he goes to preschool.
That's great. And then your kid goes to preschool. It's smelling like bong water.
Yeah.
That's great.
No, we went to Carrollwood Park. I take him out of his car seat. He has resin all over his hands. I'm like, what the hell's this? He's like,
hold on. And again, why was Froggy's bong in your kid's car seat?
because we switched vehicles.
Remember I had to drive his horrible car?
Oh, that's right.
You drove my Lincoln, and I took your horrible truck, by the way.
Because Fester, you need to go to Lakeland because you bought a riding mower from some guy online.
Right. So,
And you needed Froggy's pickup truck, and you let Froggy drive your car with the car seat.
we just switched. Yeah.
And-
And he got all of his
Well, I
personal...
strapped in I thought I strapped it in good into your car seat.
Wait a minute, you put your glass bong
In a seatbelt?
into Fester's to protect it? You put the bong in the kid's car seat?
Yeah, I strapped it in.
And it ended up breaking anyway?
Yeah, when I was trying to unstrap it, it popped off my thing and I was missing and I didn't know where it was. And he goes, "Are you looking for this?" 2 weeks later.
You know what? You may have a problem if you've got a broken glass bong in a kid's car seat.
Excuse me.
I mean,
But sometimes in my position, I'm a very stressed man and
You are.
this helps.
All right,
My
now,
medication.
the haze after a bubbly bong hit may appear harmless, but a new study published Wednesday in JAMA, this is yesterday, folks. I saw this in USA Today. The Journal of the American Medical Association, JAMA, found that bystanders may be inhaling air pollutants at concentrations more than twice federal air quality limits. Researchers at the University of California, Berkeley, plenty of pot smoked out there, measured fine particulate matter. Anyway, listen, I'm not going to get into all the science here, but the fact is that the smoke that's coming out of a bong, the toxic air pollutants from smoking pot with a bong, 4 times worse than cigarettes.
How is that? That's impossible.
What do you mean it's impossible?
It's weed. It's from the earth. How's it? First of all, I'm pretty sure that
guess what? Arsenic is from the earth too.
the water in the bong filters out all the bad stuff.
Hold on. What do you think? That stuff from the earth that is automatically great for you?
It's better than tobacco.
that's the argument of every pothead.
It's from
the earth.
Is tobacco from the earth?
Guess what? Heroin is. What did you just say?
Tobacco. Roxanne's being sarcastic.
Hang on. Hold on. Were you?
Roxanne's sarcasm was, "Is tobacco from the earth?" And that was her passive-aggressive tone.
It's a leaf.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
That was her passive-aggressive tone.
Thank you, Fester, for translating.
She was putting Froggy
What
together
a
on that one.
mansplainer.
Cocaine, heroin are from the earth. Yes, Froggy, there are things that come from the earth that are not good for you.
But what I'm saying is, And have you noticed I've been a little more wheezy lately?
Weedy?
Wheezy.
Like out of breath.
No, wheezy like from the Jeffersons.
Wheezy.
Wheezy.
Bring me my bong.
All right. Hang on, folks. When we get back, this is a bizarre story. Fester has this weird sexting story that happened to his wife.
Oh, this is so weird.
I know. All right.
So weird.
I love this story.
Fester's wife and the sexting story. That's coming up in just a bit. Oh, also coming up, the lies we tell our kids. And Roxanne is the queen of telling her kids lies.
Okay, so Roxanne's a bad parent. We're talking about two guys leaving bongs in a car seat.
All right, listen, you guys.
One guy and
She
one guy
lies
found
to
it.
us
All right,
about
folks,
Don and Dan.
Hold on. We'll get to all that and more next. We got the long chunk uninterrupted of the MJ Morning Show next here on Q105. Stand by. MJ and the crew here, Roxanne and Fester and Froggy and Coop, our producer, and, well, Kim. Kim, an angry Froggy wife, has just texted me.
Somebody is not happy with you.
Oh, my God. All right, hold on. Listen, I got to get into the whole Bruce Willis situation. What a horrible, terrible shocker of a story. This was kept quiet. Apparently, Bruce Willis's medical issues have been brewing for a couple of years, and they kept this quiet for a while. And it broke loose yesterday. So we'll get into the Bruce Willis situation. This is like the morning of Bruce. Only thing not in the mix is Bruce Springsteen. We got Bruce Willis.
Oh, my God.
And his what?
Did you see the news?
What?
Bruce Valanche dead.
Who?
Bruce Valanche?
Oh, the guy that looked like a Muppet that used to write for...
Did he really die?
Oh,
He does look like a Muppet.
Hold on,
now.
that guy's a Muppet. Yeah, Bruce Valanche.
I don't think he's a real Muppet.
He used to be like center square on the Hollywood Squares, like one of the new incarnations back in like the 90s, right?
Yeah, the one that my cousin John Davidson hosted.
Bruce, oh, that's right. Froggy's cousin is John Davidson, believe it or
Which
not.
is cooler than knowing
All right,
Channing Tatum.
all right, hang on a minute. We got to get into the Bruces this morning. We got the Bruce Willis situation. Hold on, we'll get into that in a moment. We've got the Bruce Arians shock retirement as head coach yesterday. And listen, I'm still speculating. I don't know if we're getting the whole story on this. And Rox, you actually had somebody in the sports biz sort of maybe
hints at this. Okay, so this is right when Tom Brady re-signed.
All right.
I heard something.
All right, hold on. We're going to get to the Bruces in a minute. First of all, Froggy, your wife texted me.
What's your problem?
My God.
What do you mean, what's his
Because
problem?
I thought that we were allowed to talk.
I told you not to.
I thought.
Just don't even say anything.
All right, the whole show doesn't revolve around anybody's children.
Oh, what does it revolve around then, buddy?
All right, let me.
The breaking news that marijuana smoke is 4 times more.
Folks,
Dump it!
All right, folks.
Dump it!
All right.
What? I'm not dumping
Stop
We're
anything.
not in the safe harbor.
Stop yelling.
Hold on. Apparently, I wasn't in safe harbor 15 minutes ago when I thought I was in. All right, folks, here's the deal.
No, don't do it now.
All right, Kim
Maybe this is a good time, babe, to put on Chad and Christy. They're really killing it these days.
All right, so last segment, we talked about a brand new story that came out. It's in the Journal of the American Medical Association that secondhand smoke from bongs apparently is 4 times worse than cigarette secondhand smoke. So we did the story.
Probably true.
And I thought that I was in a whole safe area because Kim told me that we can't talk about your issues, Froggy,
I don't have issues.
from 7:30 to like 7:50.
You don't not have issues.
my
You have
God.
issues,
All
you
right.
enormous man.
Okay,
But
first
wait-
of all,
Wait a
You
minute.
drive 90 miles to go to the dentist, but you want to go see a doctor.
People say Fester
That's
is
a
a
dumb point.
large rude man.
yes, and the only doctor you see is Doc MJ.
All
If
right.
you need to see Doc MJ, go ahead and go to the website, docmj.com.
All right, folks, I am confused. I am so flippin' confused. I get a text from Kim at 7:20, just as we were going to break.
That's the beginning of the safe harbor.
Dude, we talked about
the end.
We talked about the bong issue. Safe harbor was 7:30 to 7:50.
I think we're confused about what's safe and what's
All right,
not.
hang on. I get a text from Kim, Froggy's wife. Kids are asking what a bong is. Do you want to explain it to them? Hold on, let me get Kim on the phone.
Oh, boy.
I am so freaking confused here.
We need to get a real safety harbor.
MJ,
Yeah, let's get a Tarpon Springs while we're at it.
why
all
don't
right?
you take Kim up on her offer
What is that?
and explain it to the kids?
No, how about you leave my kids out of it?
Your wife's bringing the kids into the conversation. Do you want to explain it to them?
All right,
Yes.
folks, we'll get into the Bruces in a minute.
She doesn't sound like that. She sounds like this.
Also, the terrible things that Roxanne tells her little girls. We'll get into that coming up in just a bit.
Okay.
Hold on.
Don't play me today, MJ. I'm not.
Oh.
I have on way too much war paint on my face, too much makeup. I'm wearing leggings. This is like an outfit to go into battle.
Oh, boy. We got a challenge now.
Spent 2 hours putting on makeup, so watch out.
Hey, Kim, are you there?
I am here, and I have the boys as well. Everybody say good morning. Good morning.
Oh, it's Max and Sid. What's his name? What's his young? What?
Luke and Max.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I like Sydney better. I'm going to call him Sid from now on.
Psycho Sid.
Psycho
Hey,
Sid.
Max, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, Hadley says, what's up?
Oh, what's up?
Yeah, we're trying to get those two together.
He just wiggled his eye. He just wiggled his eyebrows a little.
Whoa.
bit.
Oh, yeah.
I
We're
see
trying to hook those two
All
up.
right, Kim, listen, I'm confused. I was doing a public service announcement story. I'm talking about how bong smoke is apparently 4 times worse when it's residual secondhand smoke, which, hold on, if the secondhand bong smoke isn't the direct bong smoke that you're inhaling, isn't that even 50 times worse?
No, it's actually
not
fine.
necessarily, because don't they say passive cigarette smoke is worse for you than
No.
inhaled?
No.
I've heard that.
Who says that?
No,
I heard that one time.
Sucking on a cigarette and smoking the direct smoke into your lungs with 129 carcinogens, that is worse than secondhand smoke.
I'm going to Google that right now.
Yeah, what-
Google it.
You get right on that.
So I'm doing a story about bong smoke and how there's new research out that secondhand bong smoke is really bad. And I did this at 7:15. Kim, you always told me that 7:30 to 7:45, 7:50 is when we couldn't talk about Froggy's,
No, so the boys don't know. I only smoke cigars, just like Nano. Just cigars.
So, Kim, did the time change that I can't talk about Froggy's?
Cigars?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. What happened?
It's like 7:15 till about the kids are about to get out of the car. But Max, did you have a question for Uncle MJ? Yeah. What is a bong?
Oh, my God.
Listen, Max, that's just it's something that you don't ever want to be around. All right.
What happened?
At least not with your dad and your Uncle Fester.
Luke, do you have a question, Luke?
But you know what? Hey, you guys are about to get out of the car, so maybe he can ask his teacher today.
No, don't do that.
Oh, that's great. Hey, Max, can you hear me?
He's got to go. We're in Carline. Get out. Go.
Hey!
Oh boy, the kids are gonna be out of the car. I'm gonna get a mouthful from
Hey,
Kid.
you boys ready for our WrestleMania party this weekend?
They're out of the car.
Woo!
They're out of the car.
They're gone.
Bye, guys. I love you. Have a good day.
We love you too, Kim.
All right,
Bye.
ladies and gentlemen, it's Carline with Kim, Froggy's
Ooh,
wife.
I like that. Carline with Kim. Get out.
Get the hell out of the car.
I'm like, get out. Very stressful.
Kim, I thought we're not supposed to talk about Froggy's medical marijuana use between 7:30 and 7:50.
No, we're in the car from like 7:15, 7:20 until right now. It's 7:38.
All right, so the kids.
Now we know.
The kids heard the whole Froggy Bong stuff.
You heard the question. I mean, it's pretty clear. Max wants to know what a bong is.
Oh, great.
And now he's walking into school.
It's a clothing line. Billabong.
Billabong, exactly.
So our little clue now, MJ, is 7:38. Marijuana talk is great.
I'll tell you what a bong is. It's
Yes. I love that.
That's good, Fester.
the bong is CBS radio news at the top of the hour.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the bong right there.
That's the bong. That's it. Everybody knows. The boys know. Only cigars. And those aren't even, they'll never touch a cigar.
All right, Kim, you're not yelling at me. You're not like ripping me a new one.
I'm in the car line. I have to
Yeah.
get together. I don't want to scare the other parents.
She's in the Karen line.
So here's the thing about Kim. Kim's silence is much worse than her fury.
Oh, my
oh, please.
My
You guys make her
silence
sound
speaks
so awful.
volumes.
It does.
You know, that is true. I've known Kim for, 20 years?
She's lovely.
Yeah.
Kim will laser cut you with her eyes.
That's why she was so good running that joint.
I know. All right, Kim, I got to run.
Okay, have a good day.
Can
Bye.
you send me a text on when I can't talk about Froggy's medical
Just
marijuana
told
use?
you.
7:38.
But
Marijuana talk is great.
Listen, I need you to put it in writing. Just send me a text again, all right?
Oh my God, are you able to retain information? Have you been hanging out with Froggy during commercials? What's
No,
going
he's been
on?
hanging out with Bruce Willis.
What do you know what I do during commercials?
Wait
I
a sec.
work.
Are you revealing that your husband is having trouble retaining information?
What do you mean? I retain.
Have you talked to him? I mean, come on.
It really is a challenge, Kim.
Woman?
This woman?
What are you talking about?
This is great. I love this.
I retain. What are we talking about?
All right, Kim, we'll talk to you later, Kim.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Folks,
She
before
really needs to go back to work.
I get into all the Bruce breaking news,
Working from home is
Do
not
you guys
work.
want to apologize?
For what?
So
Secondhand smoke is worse for you than real cigarette smoke.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Impossible.
Okay, listen. If you smoke cigarettes your whole life, that's probably worse than if you're in a room with someone who's smoking occasionally. But the reason that it's worse is because this type of smoke that comes from them breathing it out contains higher concentrations of carcinogens. Look it up.
Whoa.
you know what? I'm just going to take your
I'm
word for it.
getting
Rox.
schooled. Listen, that makes no sense.
What?
That is not logical that the secondhand dispersed smoke in a room is worse than you directly sucking the smoke in from the cigarette.
We need an experiment. We need two twins who have never smoked. We need to put them for 10 years, sit them next to each other. One just smoking cigarettes all day. The other one just sitting there.
Getting it blown in her face.
And then the other one just gets sick. And then the smoker's like, I feel like $1 million. Looks like the guy on Beetlejuice.
All right, I'm moving along. Rox, I cannot believe that that's true.
Yeah, and guess what? I'm getting text messages
you-
about it in addition to my research that I just did.
Okay.
All right, I need a cancer doctor to call me right now. I need like a pulmonologist, I need an oncologist. If you're a medical doctor, if you're a cancer researcher, come on.
I always heard weed's better for your lungs because you hold it in, you work your lungs more.
But how can
Like a diver that
secondhand
holds their breath for long.
secondhand smoke is obviously bad, but how could secondhand smoke be worse than breathing the smoke in directly from the cigarette?
I don't see how that's possible.
Because the level of exposure to secondhand smoke, just 30 minutes of it, can cause heart damage similar to that of an everyday smoker.
I want to start smoking right now. Who
Just
has
to
a
protect
cigarette?
yourself.
Who has a cigarette around here?
Just stop.
I'm going to blow it in all your
You already
face.
smoke cigars.
Listen,
smoking
are there any medical professionals listening right now? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047.
We need a lungologist.
I need a lungologist right now.
Is that real?
800 pulmonologist. What?
Oncologist, 100% true. Thank you.
Wait a sec. Well, tell them to call up.
I'm not talking about the colon.
Do you have the phone number for the oncologist?
Yes,
No,
I do.
it's not an oncolonist, Froggy.
All right, can you write it down quickly and I'll dial it up? Or you want to?
Pen.
All right, hurry up.
Pen.
Froggy, you have all the pens.
Here.
You
Frog, you don't throw the whole canister of pens.
Oh, sorry. Did I knock over something?
All right, hold on. Listen, I got a lot to do.
this is a mess.
We've got to
We have
talk
so
about.
many important-
We've got to talk about Bruce Arians. We've got to talk about Bruce Willis. We have a lot to do here,
Yes.
folks. All right.
Just take his word for it then.
Yes.
Let's keep going then. You want to talk to him?
Yes.
Or her?
I don't.
Here's your pen.
This makes no sense. Are you going to give me the phone number?
She's writing it down.
How long does it take to write down the phone
just
number?
got a pen to her.
Oh my
apparently.
God.
Oops. Wait,
man.
Sorry. The person just said they're not really an oncologist.
MJ.
God, Roxanne, you're getting hoodwinked left and right.
Yes, Coop.
All right, I don't have an oncologist, but I have someone who did develop lung problems, and she was never a smoker.
Okay.
All right.
MJ.
Hi, it's MJ. Good morning.
Good morning, MJ.
All right. So you had lung problems and you never smoked?
Yes, I've lived with a man, married to him for 15 years. He was a heavy smoker,
Yeah, but you lived with him for years and years.
and I ended up developing heavy asthma problems along with my son. He also got it from his father.
Yeah. Well, but luckily no lung cancer though, right?
No lung cancer at all.
All right. At least that's
How's the
positive.
smoker?
All right.
I mean, you'd have been better off just licking his ashtray instead of French kissing.
Oh my
They're-
God, I
they're
think I just said ashtray.
There are commercials that tell you about the dangers of secondhand smoke.
Of course, secondhand smoke is bad. There's no doubt about it. But I just can't believe that it's worse than directly smoking the cigarette, which is what you've suggested. All right, moving along. We have a lot of ground to cover. Which Bruce do you want to do first?
Surprise me.
No. This Bruce is not in the mix today. All right, I am so shocked. I am so saddened when I heard the news that Bruce Willis is retiring from acting because he's got this severe Alzheimer's-like, dementia-like condition
And he's young.
at 67 years old. Bruce Willis is 67.
Is that young?
Yes.
I mean, only because we're closer to it now, but 67's kind of on the older side of
Oh,
things.
my
I
God.
think dementia, I think that's young for starting to lose it mentally.
It's not young. I don't
They
know.
have early onset.
Yeah.
All right, here's the deal. Boy. I'm reading this heartbreaking post from Rumor Willis. You know, this is how rumors get started. Started by the jealous people. Unfortunately, this Rumor Willis post is real, and this is what started the whole thing yesterday. This is from Bruce Willis's daughter, Rumor Willis. To Bruce's amazing supporters, as a family, we wanted to share that our beloved Bruce has been experiencing some health issues and has recently been diagnosed with aphasia, which is impacting his cognitive abilities. As a result of this, and with much consideration, Bruce is stepping away from the career that has meant so much to him. This is a really challenging time for our family, and we are so appreciative of your continued love, compassion, and support. We are moving through this as a strong family unit and wanted to bring his fans in because we know how much he means to you as you do to him. As Bruce always says, live it up. And together, we plan to do just that. Signed, Emma, Demi, Rumor, Scout, Tallulah, Mabel, and Evelyn. What are you laughing at?
Wait, that's their real names?
That's quite the assortment of names.
Dude, those are the
You made
names.
up those names.
I didn't make those up.
I was going to think of other funny names and tag on the end of
Yeah,
it.
I
what-
thought you were just like naming
what
Well,
is-
those are the kind of names you say.
No.
What are your kids' names?
All right, MJ,
Evelyn and
read
Tuna?
the
My
names
kid's
again.
name's
Read the names
Evelyn.
again. Read the names again.
The end of the post from Rumor Willis is signed Love, Emma, Demi, Rumor, Scout, Tallulah, Mabel, and Evelyn.
Okay, I was gonna say,
why are you laughing?
Mabel and Evelyn threw me off.
No, you know
guess,
why?
like,
Because
Gertrude.
you always, my daughter's name is Evelyn, and you never call her Evelyn, you call her Mabel.
Yeah,
so
maybe that's why it threw me off.
Well, if you think of the oldest possible,
Mabel.
if you think of the oldest crypt keeper name possible, it's Mabel.
Mabel.
I mean,
It's like those two. Remember the old Swiffer Sweeper old commercials? I think that lady was Mabel.
don't forget his sons, Jebediah and Ezekiel.
Are they Amish?
Might be.
Folks, this is just terrible. So Bruce Willis, his career apparently is over. Now, apparently, Bruce Willis has been having these cognitive issues for like 2 years. That back in 2020, reports are that he started having problems remembering lines on the sets of his movies, and they had to put an earpiece in his ear, a little like a communication earpiece wedged in his ear so they could communicate with him. Like some kind of a shyster snake oil Sunday revival tent preacher.
I saw him in Die Hard 12, and he's like, yippee-ki-yay! Oh, damn it.
All right, Fester, come on, dude.
What?
Fester, is that supposed to be
stop.
funny?
Dude,
All right.
dude, shut up. Come on.
Listen,
I feel awful for Bruce Willis.
Okay,
I
I feel awful.
love Bruce Willis.
I feel awful, too. I can also make a joke about it.
It was yippee-ki-yay, father lover?
Father lover. There you go.
What is that again?
Or mother lover.
You know he has a lawsuit, or in 2004 he sued Tears of the Sun. Did you know that?
What the hell is that?
Is that a
One of
movie?
his movies.
Oh.
Over his injuries.
You can sue a movie?
The movie's
the,
like
the production company.
Yeah.
So we don't know if that's what caused his aphasia, but he had various onset injuries throughout his
Wow.
career,
Can I
particularly
sue
in
Howard
Tears
the
of the
Duck?
Sun.
Well, hey, do you know that he lost apparently 2/3 of his hearing in a scene from one of the Die Hard movies
Yes.
also? Did you know that?
I did.
Here
Yeah.
hard.
Boy, Bruce Willis, man, Godspeed. But I wish him the best. Hopefully, can he recover? Is there a way from... And let me be honest. I had never heard... I'm not going to pretend. I never heard of this condition. I never heard of aphasia. I've heard of dementia. Both my grandmothers had dementia. Of course, Alzheimer's and dementia, of course. But I never heard of aphasia, which Bruce Willis has. 67 is just too damn young, and he's apparently done. Unless can they do extensive therapies? Is there any chance that he can get better, back to normal, or is this it? Bruce, man, hope you pull through this.
So, according to WebMD, which is where I get all of my medical advice and knowledge, it affects a person's ability to speak, but it does not affect their intelligence.
Ugh.
So it can range from mild to severe.
Yeah, but what it is,
and
like,
it can come on suddenly.
for instance, like yesterday, I bet like 2% of the American population knew what aphasia was.
I think that's high.
And then that might actually be high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday, all these stories pop up. What is aphasia? And all these stories about what it is, and it's a cognitive processing issue. It is a disorder that it interferes with you understanding language, both verbal and written. This is terrible.
When's the last time he did a good movie, though, really?
You know, the reports came out that, that Bruce Willis, as far back as 2020, was having problems, and they're using earpieces so they could feed him lines on set.
Why don't they just keep doing that?
Well, because apparently it's gotten to the point where that's not even working very well.
That sucks.
Oh, man, I just feel so bad for Bruce Willis. Anyway, moving on to the other Bruce, the other big story. It's
Not that Bruce.
Coop, it's not that Bruce. No. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the NFL on the MJ Morning Show. All right, before we get into Roxanne and the terrible things that she tells her kids, which I got a feeling this is gonna pop the phones. I think the phones are gonna explode on this.
Well, don't let me pop you for how you put it out there.
Hold on, you brought this up.
Yes, but you're turning it into this is what
You mentioned this to
survival.
me yesterday.
Yes, but
was this off the air or on the air?
it was off the air.
Off the air, Rock. Well, listen, you know, anything off the air is fair game. All right, so the whole Bruce Arians situation. Of course, the news broke yesterday that Bruce Arians is step aside, And Todd Bowles, defensive coordinator, Todd Bowles is going to take over as the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this was a shocker. This was a real stunner when the news broke yesterday. Caught a lot of people off guard. Now, the minute that I heard that Bruce Arians was stepping aside, the first thing I thought of is, all right, Tom Brady is back. Tom Brady is unretired. Now, here goes Bruce Arians. Now, Bruce isn't leaving the Bucs. Bruce is apparently going to the front office.
Yeah, he's going to be some senior advisor to the team.
Right, which I don't know if that's like, a face-saving, put out the pasture kind of thing. I don't know what the arrangement is. I don't know. But I got to be honest, the first thing I thought of is, did Tom Brady say, hey, I'm coming back, but I don't want Arians as head coach?
Yeah,
And
right.
listen, well, the reason why I bring this up is because there were rumors, there were, little smoke signals last season that Tom Brady and Bruce Arians were not getting along, that there was a rift between Arians and Tom Brady.
He doesn't want his head coach to have a pacemaker on the entire game.
Both of these guys.
That was his communications pack. It's not a pacemaker.
Fester told me it was his heart monitor.
It's not his heart monitor. It's the communications.
Fester, you said it was his heart monitor.
That big black thing that Bruce Arians was the only coach that wore that sat right on his chest was his heartbeat regulator.
It's not.
It did. He would get so upset.
I told you.
When he would get upset on the sidelines, I have a friend who works the sidelines of the games, and he would say when Bruce would get pissed, he'd start yelling, you hear, beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, and he has a defibrillator in there.
It does not.
He has a defib.
It is not a defibrillator.
That's why on the sidelines he's like, all right, got that. He got defibrillated.
Clear. Boom.
It was like a micro defibrillator heart monitor thingamajig.
We need a young coach who's not going to drop on the field.
That's it right there.
Fester.
MJ. Okay, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I'm not 100% sure of my intel.
A lot of folks are reporting that it has nothing to do with Tom Brady. And listen, you saw what Bruce Arians said. He said essentially that it's the right time for him to. Hold on, I got his whole statement here. You want to hear his statement?
Yeah, everything
let's hear
the
it.
coach said makes a lot of sense.
I can see where it can make sense, but I'm sorry. I'm wondering if it is more to the story that it's a Tom Brady personality conflict with Arians, and that now, Rox. Before I read the Bruce Arians statement, what did you hear?
Right when Tom Brady unretired, a friend of Doug's who doesn't even live here, isn't even affiliated with any NFL teams, technically, lives in South Florida. He told him, this is what's going to happen.
But this guy is in the sports industry.
He's in the strength and conditioning industry.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
You
yes,
know
he is.
Tony Little?
Yes, it's Tony Little.
You can do it.
You can die. Get ponytail.
Who was that guy, Jake?
Ooh,
Body by Jake.
Roxanne knows Body by Jake.
Yeah.
That's who
All
it
right.
is.
So-
He was the guy who did the kickboxing.
Roxanne,
Tybo? You know Tybo?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So, Roxanne, you heard from somebody
Yes.
that's in the professional sports conditioning
World.
industry.
Yes, exactly.
So this guy works with pro athletes,
yes.
right? And he told Doug, your fiance, what?
He said as soon as Tom came out of retirement, he said, this is what's going to happen. The Bucs are going to get rid of Arians as head coach. He said get rid of, but, obviously this better way to do it.
Move Arians from his current position.
Right. And then he said, and they love the defensive coordinator. Love that guy. The whole organization does.
So your friend in the professional sports conditioning world,
yes,
he deals with pro athletes.
Yes.
He just essentially laid out exactly what
laid
happened.
out exactly what was going to happen to the T. Also mentioned, didn't say like it was the driving reason, but also mentioned, Tom has his eye on this plan as well.
When was this?
This was right when he came out of retirement.
So when did Tom Brady announce that he was unretiring? Was it like March 10th? March 8th?
Yeah. So, I did say, Doug, can I talk about what Darren said on... I said, Doug, can I talk about what he said on air?
Oh, Darren? Who's Darren? Is Darren the strength and conditioning coach that's plugged in with all these major professional athletes?
And Doug was like, no, because what if he's just full of crap? So don't say that because
all right,
what if
Darren's not full of crap.
Yeah,
Okay.
Darren sounds like he's making this up as he goes, and this one just happened to come right.
I don't know. All right, here's the statement from Bruce Arians.
What does Darren have to say about
I got to move on to Roxanne damaging her kid's psyche in just a minute. Hang on a minute. But first, the Bruce Arians statement is this. I have spent most of the last 50 years of my life on the sidelines as a football coach in one form or another. Today, I have made the decision to move from the sidelines into another role with the Buccaneers front office, assisting Jason Light and his staff. I love football. I love the relationships, the strategy, the competition, everything. It has been one hell of a ride, but I know this is the right time for me to make this transition. So why now? The simple answer is that I...
Oh, my gosh, Bruce, heart monitor. Bruce, turn it down.
Right.
Calm down, Bruce.
The simple answer is that I have accomplished more than I have ever dreamed that I could during this incredible coaching journey. Winning Super Bowl 55 at our home stadium with my mom and family in attendance was really the last item I wanted to check off my career bucket list.
How old's his mom?
For me, this is about more than just trying to add more wins to my coaching record.
Okay.
Oh, young Bruce, my young man.
Hey, listen, it also puts Todd Bowles, a black man, in a head coaching position in the NFL, which the NFL is deficient in the number of black head coaches.
There's a lot of other angles besides rumors of Tom and Bruce's headbutting.
But
how do rumors get started? Apparently, they get started by Roxanne's friend in South Florida in the professional sports training world.
Everything he said was right. So the whole thing he laid out happened to the T.
All right.
So that other little nugget might be
aside from
true.
the Roxanne rumor mill, MJ, what does this coach do in a year anyway? What does Tom Brady do in a year for that matter? They both are going to be gone in a year or two.
Well, man, what
Not
makes you
this
say
year.
that, Fester the Greek?
Well, Bruce Arians said, I'm probably going to retire next year anyway. Here, he's in control of his...
That is true.
He's in control of his narrative now.
Yeah, he did allude to that he's in control of his narrative and that he was planning on retiring after next year anyway. But
if you want to talk about a coach who has integrity and who has loyalty to his staff, look no further than Bruce Arians.
Listen, I think that's an angle as well that he said, hey, great time to let Todd Bowles get his big shot.
Nobody's that unselfish.
Well, Froggy,
Bruce might be.
Please.
That
guy's an animal.
All right, the bottom line is I don't think you can discount that Tom Brady unretiring and Bruce Arians stepping aside. I don't think you can discount that there might be a cause and effect there.
Listen, we're 8 months away from this entire Tom Brady circus all over again. So I think it has very little credibility.
He literally went from retiring because he wanted to be with his family to, okay, I'll come back.
He unretired because he couldn't stand Giselle making
Yeah,
him
why are you
pull the
yelling?
weed.
Calm your anger.
Fester.
What is Bruce, your best friend? Have you ever even talked to him?
Hold on 1 sec. Seriously. Fester, you've become a yeller on the show.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
Yeah, can you just
Unnecessary?
just in general.
Let's call Darren up.
You just need to calm down. You're yelling a lot these days.
Let's call Darren.
Just breathe.
Just breathe. Just breathe like the song.
All right, anyway, coach is gone and Todd Bowles is in.
There
Good
you
for
have it.
Todd.
All right, Roxanne and child rearing.
Wow.
Roxanne, this is a hell of a transition
I
right
was
here.
about to say that was something.
All right, Roxanne.
Well, that's what I'm doing sitting next to Fester. I'm trying to repair him.
Oh!
Listen, why don't we have...
She called you a child.
Why don't we have Darren call in?
All right,
You
Roxanne.
just said that.
Yeah, wait, Fester.
Yeah, I have nothing else.
All right, Roxanne. Near the end of the show yesterday, we were in a break or whatever.
No, it was after the show. You and I were chit-chatting.
Oh, it was after the show. Okay, right after the show then. Roxanne, how did this come up?
Because we were talking about Aspen.
Right. So
You and I.
So
This is our post-show
that's
chit-chat.
right. Oh, you were showing me the pictures from Aspen.
Yes, exactly.
So while I was scuba diving in the Red Sea, Roxanne and the family, the kids and Dig Dug, they went out to Aspen to go skiing.
With Darren.
With Darren. I think they were with Derek, but that's a whole different story. All right. So you made a mention that you traumatized your kids. You told your kids something, and then this then evolved into all of the things that you tell your kids. You are traumatizing. Your kids are what, 2.5 and 4.5?
Yes. Yes, they are 2 and change.
And what is one of the things that you told your little 4-year-old daughter out in Aspen?
Okay, so this is what I told her because her lips were getting so chapped. They were so crusty and just molten. They were just terrible. And I said, you need to put
molten.
You need to put some chapstick on. You need to let Mama put some Vaseline or some Aquaphor. This is good for you. And she just refused. Ew, ew.
What
ew,
about
that's gross.
white lightning garage door track grease?
You should have just got
That
a
would
bar
work.
of
That's
lava
good.
soap.
Oh, that's good stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get a
So-
Brillo pad.
Actually, I think you're just supposed to use silicone spray. I think that's the best. All right, anyway.
You get it from Granger.
Right.
So she was.
You know, Granger, for the ones that get it done.
I know, that's
Yeah,
why.
absolutely. All right, go ahead.
So she was saying, I don't want to do it, and I was like, if you don't put this on your lips are gonna fall off, and then we're gonna have to go to the doctor and get new lips sewn on.
You told your 4-year-old daughter that her
Yes.
lips are going to fall off.
I did, and
That's not. I mean, that's a normal thing.
I don't listen. That's sort of the thing of nightmares. All right, and what? But then this evolved. And then what else have you told your kids?
It reminded me because her reaction was so deadpan. She's just like, "Does it hurt when your lips fall off?" Like, okay, maybe I'll weigh my options. And then I was thinking about some of the other lies that I tell her, like,
and then you did use that verbiage, the lies that Roxanne tells her kids. All right, are they in the car right now by any chance?
not yet.
Okay.
No.
All right, so what are the other lies that you've told your little daughters?
Well, we have in our home, we have very unforgiving tile that's supposed to look like hardwood. And if you bumped your head on it, bad things could happen. I have like different areas that are padded. The rooms are carpeted. The playroom has padding.
All right, so what have you told your kids?
But when they get in the family room and they try to walk, she does, the older one, Evelyn does, on the back of the couch. And I'm
Hold
like,
on, she's walking on the back of the couch like a gymnastics
Yes.
balance beam?
it's her favorite thing to do.
Yeah, that's a thing with kids.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so I'm actually okay if she does it because she's big enough, but it's a bad example for Daviana because then Daviana wants to get right
So
up there.
what did you say to them
So
about
I said,
that?
if you don't stop doing that, your sister's going to walk on the back of the couch, fall over onto this hard tile, and her head's going to fall off. We're going to have to get her a new head.
I mean,
Because I have to, my
it
kids
goes
are
from
not.
extremely violent to almost cartoonish. It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Hey, your head's gonna pop off.
MJ, my mom
God.
got me when I was young. I used to suck my index finger like this, and
Like Dr. Evil. Oh, that's the pinky.
and my grandfather was a professional boxer. And one time he got in a fight and he punched this guy, and the guy's tooth got stuck in his knuckles. So
Your grandfather was a professional boxer,
Yeah.
hit a guy, and the opponent's tooth got lodged in his knuckle?
yeah, it got lodged his
Oh,
knuckle.
my
It got
God.
infected, and he lost his index finger.
Your grandfather lost his index
Yes.
finger from a tooth that came out of another
And
boxer's mouth?
That would make sense.
No,
'cause
this is somebody who broke into his house. It wasn't a boxing. They use gloves when they box. This somebody broke into his house and he punched him.
Okay, all right.
All right, so
and mouths are very dirty, so I could see why that would
and this
happen.
guy's he had like a meth mouth, I guess. So
Wait,
his,
what,
his finger
1930?
In 1935, he had meth mouth.
his finger fell off, and always Papa has no finger. My mom told me that he lost his finger from sucking on his finger. She got me to stop. I mean,
Hold on.
she told me a lie.
Hang on.
It worked.
I'm still stuck on Breaking Bad, the Gone with the Wind edition. You know what? We ought to go to phones here. We ought to take a couple of calls. So Roxanne tells her daughters that their lips are going to fall off and their heads are going to fall off.
But listen, I'm not alone.
When are you going to have the birds and the bees talking? You're going to talk about the woohoo falling off.
That's like the old, you make that face, it'll stay that way.
All right. Let's go to phones. Seriously. Other than, don't make that face. It'll stick there. Folks, if you're a parent or if as a kid, your parent terrorized you, what are some of the horrific things or lies that's a good way to put it. What lies have you told your kids or what lies were you told as a kid? What did your parents or relatives, what was told of you that was going to happen?
All right, I think lies
Let me
is a
give out-
really strong word
Let me
here.
give out the phone number, 800-990-1047. Let's go to phones on this. 800-990-1047. So as a parent, what do you tell your kids? What do your kids believe? What the kind of nightmare-ish things have you told your kids are going to happen?
But you kind of have to do that. Like parenting, especially at the younger age, you feel like it's like a big game of improv, and you just have to be quick on your feet and react and come up with something that's going to be evocative and descriptive so that they can stop their behavior.
But you don't want to traumatize or give your kid mental
kids are
problems or nightmares, is what I'm saying.
Or do you want to get them to stop that activity?
Well, I guess
Fesher, what did your parents tell you when they duct taped the refrigerator shut?
All right, that was my grandfather.
All right, so what? Okay, all right, let me give out the number one. Oh, look, all the phones are ringing here. All right, hold on. We'll go to phones in a moment. 800-990-1047 if you can get in. 800-990-1047. What traumatizing things did your parents ever tell you, or what are you telling your kids that could be somewhat traumatizing or a big fat lie? All right, 800-990-1047. Go to phones in 1 minute. First, Fester, your grandfather duct taped your refrigerator shut to stop you from eating? And how old were you?
That wasn't a lie. It's like
he told you straight up for you to stop eating?
Well, no,
how old were you?
We had an older refrigerator that you had to deliberately close. Like these refrigerators now just seem to close themselves, just kind of swing the door. So this refrigerator had to deliberately close it. So I'd open it so often that I wouldn't close the refrigerator. And then I would be late at night. In the morning, everything would be melted or spoiled or rotten, and the old man got pissed.
Yeah.
After it happened like 4 times.
Is this your father or grandfather?
This is my grandfather, the old man. My father got pissed too, but the grandfather, he goes, "I'll solve this problem once."
I thought they duct taped it to keep you out of it.
I thought you were ballooning up as like a 9-year-old.
We got to talk to you. I think it's more than glandular.
It's refrigerator.
My grandfather didn't think ahead that when he duct taped the refrigerator for me, he left everybody else out as well. So it really wasn't a well thought out plan.
Dominic's getting too big, guys. I'm going to do something about it myself.
Let's go to calls. Katie is in Plant City. Katie, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi.
Hi, good morning. I have 2 little lies, actually. My mom had that vaccine on her arm that left like a big circle.
Oh yeah, that was that the polio vaccine?
Like, tetanus? Yeah.
No, not tetanus. If people added like the 60s and 70s, if you look at their upper bicep, they have that circle mark, that indent. Yeah. I was vaccinated, but I never had that. But I've known people that have had that. Go ahead.
So my mom had it, and I guess when I was little, I would always bother her and be like, "What is that? What is that?" And she told me a shark bit her. And so for years, I literally thought a shark bit her, and I would tell people, "Yeah, my mom has a shark bite on her arm." And then I found out later, when I grew up, I was like, "Oh, that was such a lie." But I was annoying her. And then I tell my kids when they were little, if I was cooking chicken for dinner and they didn't want chicken, like maybe I was cooking pork or something, they would be like, "Well, I wanted chicken," and I'm like, "This is chicken." Or if I was making steak and they wanted pork, I'd be like, "Yeah, this is pork." Or steak,
but steak looks different than pork.
You still lie to them.
Yeah.
I know, but I lied, and they would just eat it because.
Hey, by the way, about the shark bite, let me just point something out. My wife, Michelle, will not go in the ocean. My wife has no interest in scuba diving or learning how to
go in the ocean.
My wife will not go in the ocean. You want to know why? Speaking of sharks, because a neighbor of Michelle's, when she lived in Albany, Georgia, her dad was U.S. Marine Corps for years, and in Albany, Georgia, the neighbor on base housing took Michelle and her kids to see Jaws, and Michelle was like 5 years old. And seriously, that's a true story. Michelle will not go in the ocean today.
Yeah, don't show your kids Jaws.
Yeah, Jaws at 5 years old. What kind of moron brings a kid to Jaws at 5 years old in 1975?
I don't get in the ocean either. So.
Katie, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Let me move along to Michaela is next on the MJ Morning Show. Hey, Michaela.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing well. All right. So do you tell your kids lies, or have you been told lies as a youngster?
Well, both. But but one that really sticks out is we have 2 kids. They're 10 and 4 now. But at the time, it was a couple of years ago. We were on a road trip to Pennsylvania. Here in Florida, that's a good, 12-hour road trip. About an hour or 2 in, they're in the back seat, going crazy. They're antsy, misbehaving.
Yep.
And my husband and I just said, "You know what? I think we have to return you guys. I think we have to take you guys back to the kids' store," which backfired. And for the rest of the 10-hour road trip, they were chanting, "Kids store, kids store." So it backfired on us, and that was it.
So the kids were all excited to get a new set of parents, right?
Yeah.
Kids are awful.
Oh, man.
You know what other lie I told my child? Well, I don't really think it's a lie, but I told my kids that they picked me. Like, if they get mad at me, I go, "You picked me. I didn't pick you."
I got to be honest. I love the parents that threaten the kids that are behaving badly in the back of the car. I love the parents that say, if you don't stop it, I'm going to pull this car over. I'm going to drop you off on the side of the road and leave you. And the parents that actually do that, you know what? I got to give them credit for the follow-through. Absolutely. 4-year-old just wandering on the shoulder of I-95 somewhere in, I don't know, near the Little Petey River in South Carolina.
I mean, you can call that parent a lot of things. You can't call him a liar.
All right,
Our kids call our bluffs. When we try to do that, they're like, okay, do it.
That's great.
Pull over, please. We don't want to be here.
And was there something your parents did to you?
No, that one was on the fly.
Okay.
I don't know. When being a mom is completely improv.
I got you. All right, McKenna, thanks for the call. Did I miss an exchange between Fester and Roxanne?
Roxanne said, it was in passing. She said it really quick that she tells her kids, you picked me.
They did.
But then you tell your child, I didn't pick you.
Yeah, I say you picked me.
Jeez. Yeah, and I just see that coming up in therapy.
Oh, wait, that's not true.
I just say like spiritually, you picked me.
You want to know one that
you pick your parents. That's what people say.
My dad told me one that I still believed until like 10 years ago.
What was that?
That, all right, promise you don't dump me? Promise?
He can't make that promise.
I can't make a promise. My finger's on the button.
Yeah, I mean.
What? What did your father tell you?
Use your best judgment.
What did your father tell you?
Say it in
all right, he told me
language.
That if you see if you see a dog pooping on the side of the road, and you're driving with somebody and you hook fingers and you pull, it'll make the dog stop pooping. And I swear, when I was a kid, me and my dad did that. Me and my dad saw a dog pooping.
What?
Listen. When I was a kid, me and my dad were driving
What the
home.
hell is going on here?
Listen.
All right, I'm listening.
Me and my dad were driving home from baseball practice.
Yes.
And there was a guy walking a dog, a big black lab.
Yeah.
And the dog was pooping.
Yeah.
And my dad goes, hook him up like that. And we hooked fingers. And it worked. I swear. MJ it went whoop.
Hang on. All right, let's.
And so ever since then, I believed it.
All right, let me go.
Big Phil's the best.
Let me go back to phones. Let's hit the Safety Harbor. And Christina, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi. What do you tell your kids, or what did your parents tell you? What kind of traumatic things?
So when I was younger, kids usually have like a stuffed animal, whatnot. Like I had a little blanket I used to carry around with me all the time.
You had a whoopee.
Aw.
Yeah. And so I think I was about 5 years old, and one day it just disappeared, and I was devastated.
Oh, yeah.
And my parents picked up the phone back in the day when they had like the dial tone, and if you left it off the hook, it would go beep, beep, and they said that was the Moon Babies, and I had to call the Moon Babies to ask for my blanket back. And they sat there laughing their butts off with me talking to the Moon Babies on the phone asking for my blanket back. So I don't know what the hell a Moon Baby is. But.
Well, listen, similarly, my parents, they did the same thing. I was about 10 or 11 with my pacifier.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I was like,
11. I didn't catch that.
No, I'm kidding. I was like, I think 1.5. Or my parents just made my pacifier disappear. I was young. I was like 1.5, or it was very young.
Did you have pacifier teeth?
No, I did not. I did not. Hey, thanks for the call, Christine. I appreciate it. Let's grab Mary in Sarasota. Mary, MJ Morning Show. What terrible lies do you tell your kids?
When the kids were little, they used to always say, not me, I didn't do it, not me, not me. So one day I got so mad, and I said, I'm going to find them.
Hang on, Mary, your phone is...
Mary.
Yeah, your
One
phone
day
is...
she got so mad she decided to get the worst cell service.
Mary, do you have Mint Mobile? What do you have? All right, hold on, Mary. You got to start again. What happened?
When my kids were little, they used to always say, not me, not me.
Yep.
And so one day I got so mad because I knew it was who did it. And I'm like, one of these days I'm going to catch the not me ghost and I'm going to beat its butt. And they both started crying hysterically. And they're like, please don't hurt the not me ghost.
Jeez.
The not me ghost.
The not me ghost. And then when my brother was younger, my aunt told him that my mother got so mad at him when he was little, she threw him away.
Oh,
and
man.
The garbage truck came.
Throw the kid in the garbage truck?
I mean, he walked out.
In the garbage can. And then the garbage truck came and took him. And then my mother felt so guilty. She drove all around town chasing the garbage truck to get him back. I will tell you, that kid, he's a grown man now.
Wait a minute. The kid was really put in a garbage can and picked up by the garbage?
No.
What?
No, he wasn't put in the garbage can. That's what my aunt told him.
Oh, okay.
That's the
All right.
story.
All right. I got you.
Every time the garbage truck would drive by,
any time
he
the truck.
would
Okay.
start crying.
Gotcha. Thank you. Mary, thanks for the call.
Crap.
What?
Mary just reminded me I forgot garbage today. They changed my garbage days.
Me too.
Damn it.
They changed your garbage day?
Yeah, I was a Tuesday, Friday. Now I'm a Monday, Thursday, and I forgot to put the can out today.
You're Hillsborough County, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm still Tuesday, Friday in Tampa.
Hey, Johnny, if you're still home, put my can out.
Shauna is in Seminole. Hello, Shauna. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Hi. What have you been telling your kids, or what did your parents tell you? What kind of traumatic words? What kind of mental injuries have you caused?
I don't know if it's like super traumatic, but I had a problem with my daughter not cleaning her room a lot. And so I started doing this thing where if she has not cleaned her room after I've given her an allotted amount of time to get it done, I come through her room with a black trash bag and pick everything up that's not where it's supposed to be put away, whether it's clothes.
Yeah,
toys.
that's a well-known trick. Is you just you go pick up everything and it's being thrown away, and then they scramble to start putting stuff away, right?
Well, I got sick and tired of her like scrambling to put it away and not doing it because she's 6 years old. She should be able to clean her room in a pretty decent amount of time. I give her like an hour to get her, and her room is small, so it shouldn't take that long. So I actually walk through and I will put everything in that trash bag and I take it out of her room, and she thinks that I took it to throw it away. But what I really do is I hide it in the garage.
Yeah.
And every couple of months I swap that crap out for something else that she don't play with.
Great. Jayla, thank you for the call. Jayla is next. Jayla is in Lakeland. Hey, Jayla, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, MJ. How are you?
We're doing well. If you're just tuning in, Roxanne told a story that she traumatizes her kids to make them do things like, hey, you better put this Aquaphor on your lips or else your lips are going to fall off. What was the other horrific thing?
But don't walk on the back of the couch because your younger sister's going to copy you and her head's going to fall off.
So I'm asking the question, what do you tell your kids? What lies?
This for me was when I was younger.
Yep.
My mom would tell us, like when we would go pop popcorn or whatever, and we would stare at the microwave, she would say, "Don't stare at the microwave, you're going to get cancer."
Oh, man.
You're going to get cancer.
Well, hey, listen, there are some microwaves that actually do leak. There are microwave leak detectors you can buy.
Yeah, but this was like, I'm 37, so I would definitely run away from the microwave, but I remember that from when I was younger.
Wow. Thank you, Jayla. That's a good story. Let me grab Christy. A few more. Hey, Coop, I'm just going to go through these calls. I got to move on. We got a ton of stuff, man. The phone's exploded on this one here. Things that you tell your kids or things that your parents told you that were just outright lies and could be mentally damaging. Christy's in Sarasota. Hey, Christy, MJ Morning Show, you're up.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
So my dad used to tell me, he's a retired general, so I was a military brat.
Oh, my God. Your dad was a general in what, the Army?
Yes.
Right, but not until I was later, and not until I was older. So when I was younger, he was moving his way up the ranks, and he had zero tolerance for misbehavior. And so if we would misbehave, he would tell, specifically me, more so than my brother, that he would sell me to the gypsies. And
the gypsies, yes.
The reason he said that is there's a movie like in the mid-'80s called Babes in Toyland, and if the kids were bad, the parents would sell them to the gypsies. And so I believed my dad for years.
My
and then
God.
finally it came out, like as a late teenager, early 20s, we were at a family dinner, and I mentioned that I believed it for so long. My mom cried because she felt like...
Is this Norman Schwarzkopf's daughter?
No, but he did work with Storm and Norman.
Really? All right, so what type of general? How many was your dad? A brig, or how many star general was your dad?
1 star.
Hey, that's
he worked at McDill at CENTCOM.
That's a great accomplishment. Thanks for your dad's service.
Yeah, what kind of gypsies was he going to sell you to?
Whatever worked in that movie, it was terrifying.
Christy, thanks for the call. Good call. Karina in Tampa. All right, a few more here, then I got to move on. Hi, Karina, MJ Morning Show, Q105.
Good morning, MJ.
Hey.
You're on.
All right. Well, when my son, he's 12 years old now, but when he was in elementary school, I feel bad because I know it was traumatizing, but it was effective.
Uh-oh.
In elementary school, when kids are for their day during school, they come home with a color: red for a bad day, green for a good day. And it came to the point where he was getting 2 reds a week. So what I told him is that when we're leaving in Carline at the end of the day, of course, there's a cop out there who's directing traffic.
Yep.
I told my son, the cop that's out there is picking up all the kids who got reds and taking them to jail.
Oh.
Never got. The only time it backfired on me is when one day I got a call from school. Apparently he got in trouble and he was having a meltdown because he got knocked down to orange and he was screaming, thinking he's going to jail. And I got called into the school to come calm him down.
Oh, my God.
Other than that, he's great. He's a great kid.
Cool story. Thank you, Karina. All right, quickly, Melissa and Brandon. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Melissa, when you're on the Leroy Selman, look for the new big MJ Morning Show billboard that just went up on the Crosstown, all right?
All right, sounds good.
All right, Melissa, what's up?
Well, my kids are 30 and 26 now, but my husband did this for years, and we still joke about it now. But when we would go to places like a store or sometimes a restaurant, and they would start showing their butt, he would start yelling, "Store manager, I'm getting..."
Wait a minute. The kids would start showing their butts in restaurants?
Not literally.
No, that's starting acting up, really showing your ass.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a term.
All right.
Okay,
I thought the kids were dropping trow or something at the buffet. I didn't know. All right, go ahead.
So they're misbehaving. I'll use a different way.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
They're misbehaving.
Okay.
Got it. Anyway, they would just start misbehaving, and they were at an age where they weren't little, so you wouldn't just go home with them. They knew better, so he would start yelling, "Store manager," or "Restaurant manager," whatever, and they're going to come over and get on to you. And they got to the point when they were teenagers, and we wanted them to approach people with questions so they could start, learning to be independent. They had a phobia to talk to authority figures.
Oh man!
For a long time. So I don't know. It backfired, I guess.
And they're in jail now?
No, they're very successful adults.
All right, thank you. Cindy,
I've done something like that. I've called for security when my kids act up. Security over here, and they stop.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. You tell them that the camera's on them and people are going to come take them away.
You know what we did to Chloe?
What?
All right, I'll wrap it up with a Chloe story. And if I call her up and wake her up, she'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Cindy in Tampa. Hello, Cindy. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi. Cindy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, go ahead, Cindy.
Okay, so my mom, when I was a kid, told me that if you kissed a boy, you'd get pregnant. So I was probably 6 or 7, and my sister was older, and her and her friends were playing Spin the Bottle, and the bottle landed on me, and I had to kiss a boy on the cheek, and I swore that I was pregnant. And so at 7 in the bathtub, I'm bawling my eyes out. My mom goes, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I have to tell you, Mom, I'm pregnant."
At 7 years old?
Yeah, at 7. But I didn't know because that's what my mom told me.
That's a great story. Cindy, thanks for the call. Thanks for listening. All right, final call. Patty in Palm Harbor. Patty, you're on the MJ Morning Show at Q105. Go ahead.
Good morning, MJ. My story, it's a while back, but pacifier, same situation. My mom, I was about 3 years old. She tells me the story. I don't recall it, but she told me that she found worms all over my mouth.
Oh.
And so then because I didn't get it back, and she said I was so upset and believed her, and that was that. I stopped using the pacifier because I believed I had worms crawling all over my mouth.
Oh, my God. That's a nightmare right there.
So hot.
All right, and did you have nightmares as a kid with worms coming out of your mouth?
No, but on another note,
Yeah.
the lady with her daughter was cleaning the room. My parents would tell me to clean my room, and all I did was shove it underneath my bed.
That's right.
There you go. That's all you got to do. All right, thanks. Look what you started, Roxanne.
Well, yeah, and I loved hearing from all the listeners. However, I come to work, get away from my kids, and so I can have me time and be a shock jock.
Come to
so
work
I want to talk
together.
about more salacious stuff right now.
Like what?
Yeah, Rox. What's next?
I have something I want to talk about.
Oh, I bet you do. All right, hold on. Let me just talk about Chloe for a second. It all started in Acadia National Park.
Up in Maine?
Up in Maine. Hold on. Let me see if I can get Chloe on the phone. All right, calling Chloe up in New Hampshire. We'll see her actually Saturday. Michelle and I are flying up to Boston, going to New Hampshire tomorrow. After the shows, excuse me.
Shouldn't she be like her morning lift or something, like a workout or a morning run for soccer?
Guess we'll find out. She might be sleeping in the shower. We might not even be able to speak. Hello, Chloe. Chloe, you there?
Yeah.
Is there a problem with our phone where people can't hear us? It happened a couple times during that phone
Chloe,
segment.
are you awake now?
Yes.
Were you sleeping?
Yes.
What time do you have to get up this morning?
Whenever I want.
All right. So, hey, quickly. We were talking about parents that, told lies to their kids to get them to behave. Do you remember something that I did to you when you were a little girl?
Yes.
What did I do?
Little girl, stop running.
That's it. So we were at Acadia National Park. We stayed at some bed and breakfast, and Chloe was running around all rambunctious. And I would go into another room, or I'd go around the corner where Chloe couldn't see me, and I would go, "Little girl, stop running, little girl." And we told Chloe that it was the mean manager. We told Chloe, and Chloe, what were you, about 5 years old maybe? We told Chloe that it was the mean manager of the bed and breakfast or the place where we were staying, and it was, "Little girl." So out of sight, Chloe could just hear the voice but not see me, and I'd be going, "Little girl, you stop running. You behave yourself, little girl." and then it carried back to Tampa. And we were in the middle of building our house in South Tampa, and I remember we were in the old design interior showroom in Ybor City where they had all the furniture and everything. And Chloe was running around that furniture store like a maniac. And also, "Little girl." Did you ever wonder how the guy from Maine then got to Tampa in a furniture store?
No, Dad, I barely had a brain.
You barely had a brain, but you were scared of little girl, weren't you?
Yes.
Wow.
Little girl. All right, Chloe, go back to sleep. All right.
All right, bye.
Your college probably offers counseling.
All right, we'll see you. We'll see you Saturday, Chloe. Hello.
She hang up.
Yeah, she's gone. Yeah.
Whatever.
That's what you get for all the lies.
Yeah, right.
Little girl.
Quick hang up.
Yeah, Michelle and I still talk about that little girl. Funny stuff. All right. God, what do I... We just have I like 3 shows worth of crap we got to get to today. Did you see that the Chris Rock show last night was successful? Did you see that the Chris Rock show last night up in Boston, they required folks to put cell phones in a lockbox?
For real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of comedians do that.
Yep.
So
like what we did yesterday.
Yeah, essentially what we did on the morning show, Chris Rock did.
Yeah. I put Froggy's cell phone in that lockbox that has the timer. I put that in yesterday, and Froggy freaked out and started smashing stuff. Folks, if you missed it, this is what it sounded like. He just picked up.
I told you I was going to break something. I told.
Froggy, stop. That was audio from yesterday. I put Froggy's cell phone, because Froggy's incessantly on the phone during the show. So I brought in the kitchen safe. Michelle got it for me for my birthday, where you can put something in this heavy-duty plastic box, and it locks, and there's a timer. And you get to select days, hours, or minutes on how long you want the box to remain locked. And I set the box for 2 hours yesterday at about 7:43, so it would open up at near the end of the show at like 9:45, 9:43. And then Froggy flips out. This was Froggy grabbing a floor fan and smashing it to bits. He just picked up.
I told you I was going to break something. I told.
Froggy, stop! And then Froggy grabbed the lockbox, a birthday gift to me from Michelle, and Froggy starts smashing the lockbox into the corner of the credenza in the back of the studio.
All right.
It's hey, dude. Do you hear this? It's hey, he ruined it. He totally smashed the whole wheel.
It's still locked for a while. I don't think it's going to be able to be closed again.
No, that thing stayed locked. Believe it or not, it stayed locked. but you damage the whole damn thing. The whole exterior screwed up.
That's the worst gift ever.
Yeah, seriously, MJ, can we talk about what a terrible gift giver Michelle is to give you a stupid kitchen lockbox
from
for
the
your birthday?
impulse aisle at the store?
No.
She was just like, "Oh, this is good."
That was a lovely gift from Michelle.
No, it wasn't.
She got that at Walmart.
It's the lamest gift ever.
It is not the lamest gift
Here's
ever.
a lockbox
it was a
for
great
the
gift.
kitchen.
All right, let me ask you a question, guys. Moving along. What do you do if you're at a gas station, convenience store? What do you do if you're inside and your credit card gets declined? What do you do?
Oh, you just pull an Anna Delvey and you say your father will wire the money over from Germany.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got done watching Inventing Anna, and her credit card gets denied everywhere. And she's like, "Oh, just call my father. He'll wire over the money. International funds. It takes a long time to get through."
That was her answer for 9 episodes, or however long that thing was.
It's her only excuse.
Everything was getting wired.
I'm like, nobody put this kid together? Really? It's her Oh, it's a wire. Oh, it's so hard to get money. Oh, the German banks are so hard to work with. Why are you wearing that, Roxanne? You look poor. I couldn't stand the damn accent in that Inventing Anna.
What is she?
You look.
I guess she was born in Russia. She was born in Russia, raised in Germany.
That's almost better than your shack.
Actually, your Anna Delvey, your Anna Delvey, or your Anna Sorokin, or whatever her name was, is pretty good.
Thank you very much, MJ.
That's right. All right, so let me get back to my question.
All right.
You're at a gas station convenience store. Your credit card gets declined. What do you do? What do you do? Anybody? Rox?
I mean, that just happened to me the other day, and I pulled out another one.
Why was your credit card declined?
I don't know.
Lack of payment.
Yeah. It was.
Are you guys having financial issues?
No, it was.
Are you and Doug having some problems?
No, I think it was because I was traveling.
Because you were traveling and they saw
they were questioning some charges.
Has your credit score plummeted to 347?
Yes. My social credit score has.
I mean, a lot of people only carry one debit card on them or one credit card on them, and if it gets declined, you're up a rope.
Well, here's the answer. A guy's credit card was declined at a gas station in Detroit, a gas station convenience store. When his credit card was declined, there is surveillance video of him inside the store peeing on a rack of snacks. Cops in Detroit posted footage on social media of the suspect urinating, relieving himself on a snack rack at a gas station early Sunday after his credit card was declined.
I need more information as to exactly what kind of snacks.
The clerk was shocked. Funyuns.
Oh.
Yeah. The clerk was shocked, and the clerk started apparently filming as well. And this was at an Amoco station. The clip, which has been censored, shows the suspect standing by the door while urinating on the snacks as 2 other friends cheer him on.
What?
Go, 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 go.
You got to be kidding me. I guess the better recording is the the clerk's cell phone video. We're going to do the Macarena, the urinating man said at one point.
I love that song.
The Macarena. What? The suspect then asks the clerk if the gas station was part of a Detroit project called Project Greenlight, in which cops monitor cameras at cities' big businesses.
Hey, is this on Project Greenlight? Are the cops watching this camera? I don't think so. Okay, great. Zip.
You've got to see. Hey, Coop, did you get the video up? All right, we're going to get the surveillance video up in just a bit at mjmorningshow.com. But this is crazy. The guy's he's doing the stand-up guy urinal pose. Well, you'll even put your hand against the wall. The guy's doing that. He's standing up against this rack inside the gas station convenience store, and he's whizzing all over the snacks.
Okay.
And then the guys, listen, I guess we can bring the audio up here. You want to?
Seen it all.
All right, hang on a minute.
Behind the blur, a customer using a gas station snack rack is a urinal. He starts peeing on all the...
Oh, my goodness. That is so ignorant.
Isn't that crazy?
Crazy, ignorant, stupid.
It was a declined debit card that led to the mayhem inside of the Amico gas station on Detroit's east side off Warren.
We're going to do the Macarena. Yeah.
After the guy in the colored hoodie left his mark, literally, his trio helped themselves to snacks, even the soiled ones on the ground.
They took some peanut snacks.
Don't on my chips. Now I can't buy chips for 2 weeks.
Before peeling out, pants down again to show off a full moon to the gas station clerk.
Then they pull down their pants and they're mooning the gas station clerk.
We on green light?
Yep, the whole thing was on green light cameras. They're monitored by Detroit police.
Look at this.
If he thinks this is a joke, well, we'll be seeing him pretty soon.
On Tuesday, Detroit police offered a $750 reward on their Rewards TV website. For more information on these guys, it worked. Tips came pouring in, leading investigators right to the suspects.
They got him.
Come on, go behind that counter. I don't give a none of that.
The public shaming aside, they're looking at serious charges here.
Malicious destruction of property, probably some retail fraud, and urinating in public.
Reporting on Detroit's east side, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
Thanks, Jessica.
I love Jessica's delivery, especially when she's describing.
Fox 2
And then he
News.
pulled down his pants and showed his full moon.
All right, so I watched the video again and again and again.
Yes.
And it looks like it's right by the front of the store where you put all the seasonal items.
Oh, okay, the seasonal display.
Hold on. What holiday is coming up next?
Easter.
Passover.
I think he was peeing on Peeps.
He was doing the mock urana on Peeps.
What's the mock urana?
Well, urinating during Macarena, of course. He was peeing on the Peeps in the grocery area. Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Oh, by the way, I didn't finish with Chris Rock. And Chris Rock had a sold-out show in Boston last night. And I got to be honest, and I said this earlier in the week, that Chris Rock hosting a part of the Oscars, a presenter, Chris Rock being hit by Will Smith. Well, listen, an abhorrent situation. It was a terrible, terrible outburst by Will Smith. And there's an update on that as well, which we'll get to in a moment. But Chris Rock's career has just been boosted by this. Chris Rock is now selling out every damn show. Ticket prices, as I told you earlier in the week, ticket prices for Chris Rock's comedy tour are going through the roof.
This is the best thing that happened to Chris's career.
That's what I said. I said that earlier in the week.
Thank God we have him in the studio. Chris, what does it feel like that this happened? I mean, did you think it would happen?
It's unbelievable. All right, listen, I'm catching a lot of crap for my Chris Rock impression.
It's so bad.
Apparently, there's a lot of people that do not appreciate it.
It's unbelievable.
But how awesome it is. Damn it.
Why do you always laugh at yourself?
Because it's that funny.
All right, so the audience last night, the audience at Chris Rock's first stop on his new comedy tour, which is going to go all over the country, and it's going to go through the rest of the year. No Tampa date. He's going to be playing in, I believe, Orlando and then Hollywood at the Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood. But listen, it looks like he's got some dates open. Somebody book Chris Rock here in Tampa. Let's go. Come on. What about
I saw him in Tampa at the Straz a couple of years ago.
Yeah, listen, his career's on fire now after he got smacked in the face by Will Smith. But last night, the audience at the comedy club, they had this is the Wilbur, actually it was the Wilbur Theater in Boston, that anyone attending any of the sold-out shows Wednesday through Friday night will have to put their cell phones in a special pouch that will not be accessible until the show is over. So you can't, video things. Now, audio did leak out from last night's show.
Of course.
Now, Coop, were you able to pull a part that we can actually understand?
Yeah, you can hear this for sure.
All right. This is Chris Rock last night, his first stand-up comedy show since the SmackDown during the Oscars.
How was your weekend? I don't have a bunch of about what happened. So if you came to hear that, I had a whole show I wrote before this weekend. And I'm still kind of processing what happened. So at some point I'll talk about it. And, it'll be serious, it'll be funny.
So at some point, I'll talk about it. I'm still processing what happened. So somebody obviously snuck in a cell phone and didn't put it in a pouch and was able to record that.
Didn't you just hit record before you put it in the pouch?
All right, so I'm looking at tickets for the next 4 shows, 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow night.
Everything's sold out.
Everything's sold out.
Chris
in
Rock,
Boston.
he's going to
always sell out anyway?
He's going to, I don't know. I don't think he sells out
Giant
everything.
comedian.
But he is going to sell out every single. He ought to probably thank Will Smith for hitting him because Chris Rock's going to make an additional fortune off this thing, I bet.
I heard they told Will Smith to leave and he wouldn't.
Well,
is that true?
Hey.
What's the matter with that guy?
That's exactly. Remember I said a few minutes ago we have a Will Smith update as well.
I don't want to leave.
This has come out now as well. This came out yesterday that Will Smith was asked to leave the Oscars after hitting Chris Rock, but according to the Academy, Chris Rock, or Will Smith rather, the Academy says that Will Smith refused to leave the auditorium after he hit Chris Rock on Sunday night.
That's incredible.
So
how do you not force him to get a cop?
That's the point. Exactly. Get a police officer.
The guy's in bad movies. Big deal.
The place is crawling with security. If the Academy wanted Will Smith out after hitting Chris Rock, you're telling me the Academy couldn't have gotten law enforcement or security to remove Will Smith?
God, Will Smith is a real...
And guess what? And we told you, was it yesterday's show? Remember Whoopi Goldberg?
Right.
We mentioned yesterday that Whoopi Goldberg said that it would have looked awkward if they removed a black man from the auditorium. Listen, I don't care what color you are. Okay. I don't care if you're white or black or Hispanic. I don't care what you are. If you hit somebody, that's grounds for removal.
Okay, yeah, I know you don't, but Whoopi Goldberg, who's hosted the Oscars several times in the past, right?
I wanted to hit myself when she actually hosted the Oscars. I wanted to hit myself repeatedly. All right, go ahead.
There was a time I thought Whoopi was one of the funniest people around. Granted, that time was like 30 years ago. But Whoopi says this, and she's right, because for years the Oscars have been labeled by not being a very inclusive organization. And now they are. Now he wins Best Actor.
Wasn't there that hashtag a couple years ago, like Oscars so white, and there was a big controversy?
It was a big deal.
It was. It's true.
And then the Oscars kind of messed up or didn't mess up or got into a thing with Kevin Hart a couple of years ago, another black guy, and he said some inflammatory things, and he didn't apologize for him. He was off the telecast. One year, the Oscars had no host. So the last thing they really want to do from an optic standpoint is kick out Will Smith, of all people.
If you hit somebody, it doesn't matter what your race. It shouldn't matter what your skin color is. If you walk up on stage on a globally telecast award show and you hit the presenter in the face, you probably need to be exited from the facility.
And then he's partying. I don't know. It's so crazy.
And the Academy asked him to leave, and he said, nope.
I'm not going. Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
I mean,
I'll stay.
Some of the more amazing videos when they went to commercial, and Denzel Washington is down there, and Bradley Cooper is down there, and Tyler Perry's down there, just kind of mitigating the situation and calming Will down.
Oh, thanks a lot, Medea. Thanks for the advice.
Hello.
Hello. I can't believe you did that.
Hey, did you see this viral video? A father-to-be, while his wife was in 21 hours of labor, he actually brought the video game console from home and hooked it up to the TV in the room in the hospital while the wife is in 21 hours of labor.
If you're going to be there all day.
Come on. Should you be playing video games while your wife is in labor?
Well, I mean,
It's a big deal.
I kind of don't mind that because labor can go for a long time.
Guy brought his entire video game console to the 21-hour labor. He had the whole setup. I'm sorry. He brought his own TV. He brings in his own TV, his whole console. He's got the headset, and he's sitting in front of the hospital bed gaming online while his girlfriend is in bed in labor for 21 hours.
Looks like he's playing Call of Duty, and I kind of agree with the guy.
And it's not a wife. It's a girlfriend who he impregnated, and it looks like she's the one taking the video from the bed of him playing Call of Duty.
I'm sure she knows who she's having a kid with.
Yeah, her name is Amber Scott. And
Right.
it said her TikTok says my boyfriend brought his entire gaming system to the hospital during my 21-hour long induction.
You think that's? I don't think that's acceptable.
Oh, please.
Yeah, you also don't know how awesome Call of Duty is. If you knew that.
What do you want to do? Sit there and hold her hand for 25 hours?
So, honey.
This is taking a while.
Have you guys heard about the new sports bra?
I think I need to. I have not.
It's not an actual sports bra. It's a sports bar for women called the sports bra. What? Isn't that clever?
No.
No, it's rather confusing.
What do you mean? What do you mean? No.
So there's a sports bar, like where you get a drink?
Guys, there is.
I would think it's a clothing store for women's boobs.
There is a new sports bar for women opening up in Portland, Oregon next month. And it's a sports bar for women, and they're going to call it the sports bra, not the sports bar. You don't think that's clever?
I think it's dumb.
Apparently, 40% of athletes are women. 96% of all athletes on TV, though, are
men.
I'm fine with that. It's just the name of the place stinks.
And then a woman by the name of Jenny Wynn played basketball her whole life. And like many women involved in sports, she understands the discrepancy. When she was a kid, the only pro basketball players that she had to look up to were men. But now, inside this Northeast Portland, Oregon bar that she's opening up in April, the sports bra, she wants to change the sports bar universe.
Okay.
It's a sports bar for women.
Okay, hold on.
I think this is great.
That is great.
You left out a couple of words here, MJ.
What did I leave out?
It's a restaurant, a sports bar.
I know.
But they'll only play women's sports on their television.
Yes.
You left all that out.
Well,
You said it's for women. You made it's like only women get into this sports bar.
No.
Oh, it's not only for women to get in?
Yeah, that's what you made it sound.
Well, I'm not done with the story yet.
That should have been the first sentence out of your mouth.
I'm thinking they only let women in.
Yeah, they're opening a sports bar for women.
So then it's a lesbian bar.
It's a sports bar that's catering to women.
Hey, you want to go to the sports bra? Let's get all our chicks together. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah.
Hey.
Let's go watch some sledgehammer pounding. What is that?
That's the last thing they want to watch.
What's that?
I know.
No, hold on.
They want to watch some scissoring.
No, what? Dude, I just dumped that.
Oh, my God.
What did you just say?
Sorry.
That's not an Olympic sport.
My God.
I didn't mean to do that.
What is wrong with you?
All right.
Hey, I'm just talking about the sports bra.
All right, stop. Just stop, Froggy. Just let it go. Stop.
My God.
The whole line of jokes you're attempting to make. Stop.
Haven't you seen those sport, like they throw axes at the wall? Have you seen those things?
Oh, yeah. Those places are highly dangerous.
I'm amazed more fingers don't come off at that place.
Anyway, so the sports bra is opening up. And yes, I thought it was a given that men and women are allowed to go.
Okay, I had no idea the way you described it. It's a regular sports bar called the Sports Bra where they're going to play women's sports on TV, which is great.
That makes more sense than the way you described it, like only women can go there.
I mean, we're talking about March Madness. And
I did not describe it that way. I was saying that the theme was a women's sports bar. But they're not going to keep guys out.
Okay.
Sorry, dudes. Can't come in. Ladies only.
Stop it, Froggy. I can't believe you said what you said. That went over the live stream, by the way.
I think you misconstrued.
I dumped it on the FM 104.7 here on Q105.
They're not going to be having a room for crafting, okay,
Did you say
Froggy?
misconstrued?
You misconstrued what I said.
I didn't misconstrue.
All right.
It's misconstrued. All right, I got to take a quick break.
Really?
When was the last time you had a credit card? When was the last time you had a plastic credit card? Well, there's more to the story. We'll get to that in just a second. Oh, and do not tick off, whatever you do, do not tick off a female tattoo artist. That is exactly what a guy did. A guy ticked off, angered a female tattoo artist. Wait till you hear this. Hollywood Dirt, we got a lot of stuff on the way. Don't move, about an hour to go here on the MJ Morning Show. We're back in minutes here on Q105. Stand by. It's Q105. It is 9:01 here on a Thursday, and I got a couple of things here we got to talk about. I don't know about the whole credit card plastic thing, which I'll explain in a minute. I'll make it crystal clear in just a second. Also, remember what else I teased? I said coming up, do not tick off a woman who's a tattoo artist. Do not alienate a female tattoo artist if you're a guy. And you're not going to believe what the guy said, and then you're not going to believe what the tattoo artist did. All right, hold on. We'll get to that in a second. There is some breaking news this morning, some additional new data. This is an MJ News alert. There is more info on Bruce Willis this morning. Of course, we spent a good chunk of time talking about the two Bruces earlier today. What, Fester, about, 15, 20 minutes? It's been a Bruce Thursday. I don't know what it is. But
I could have talked about Bruce's all day. Today should have been...
Hold on. Whoa. We should do 4 hours on Bruce Willis and Bruce Arians stepping down as Bucks head coach. You want to do all 4 hours of the show on the two Bruces?
I just don't want to...
It's a lot of Bruce.
I almost care... I care more about the Bruce Arians story than I do the Bruce Willis story, to tell you the truth. Not to be insensitive toward the plight of Bruce Willis.
From a local perspective, the Bruce Arians story is big.
I just think it's
That's why we spent a good chunk of time on it. And earlier in the show, it's my speculation that there's more to the story than just Bruce Arians saying it's time to move on. I think that with Tom Brady unretiring and coming back, and then suddenly Bruce Arians stepping down, I think that there's a correlation. There were stories last fall about a rift between Arians and Tom Brady. And listen, I'm not going to just discount that. I'm not going to just pluck that aside.
Listen, Coach looked at the calendar and he's like, oh, my God, we got to start practicing. It's going to be 1,000 degrees. I'm going to sweat my ass off. I don't want to do this.
I'm sure it's a good decision for all parties involved.
Yeah, everybody's going to come out ahead. But congratulations to head coach Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles, the new head
awesome.
coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No, and listen, he's going to do a great job. But again, I think there's more to the Arians story than what we're being told.
All I have to say is, as soon as Tom was rehired, I heard what has happened yesterday, what transpired yesterday, I heard was going to happen.
Why didn't you tell us before?
I asked if I could, but I wasn't allowed to.
From Darren, who she tried to cover up the whole time until it just slipped out.
Darren?
Darren.
From Bruce Arians to the Bruce Watch never stops. You give us 22 minutes and we'll give you the Bruce. All right. What?
The Bruce is loose.
It is. The Bruce Watch never stops. And anyone that knows 10-10 wins up in New York, you know what that's all about.
Yeah, both of you.
Or the shower scene inside of Goodfellas.
That's where people would know it from. The shower scene from Goodfellas.
Oh, we just got word Bruce Lee still dead.
Okay.
$5 million, $6 million. No one knows how much was taken. The big Lufthansa heist at JFK.
Okay.
All right.
We have breaking Bruce Jenner news.
We don't have any Bruce Jenner news.
We don't.
No, we don't.
He had his wiener reattached.
No such thing.
All right. So the new Bruce Willis information Bruce Willis misfired guns on movie sets amid cognitive struggles, according to a report. I wonder if that's the deal with Alec Baldwin, too.
Alex, we need that. We need that defense immediately.
Yeah, I got.
I have. What is it?
I got apoplexia.
Asphyxia. What is it?
It's not asphyxia.
Malaria.
No,
Malaria. How do you say?
I've got hilaria.
Hilaria. How do you say this disease?
It's aphasia.
Alec Baldwin's disorder is hilaria. I think
Alec is aphasia.
The condition. What was that?
No. I didn't do
Coop
anything.
just dropped that in.
No.
What other Alec Baldwin sound effects do we have, Coop?
I'm forgetting things. I don't know.
Anything else? No.
Third place, steak knives.
All right, so hold on. Bruce Willis was just firing a gun randomly on the set?
Well, here's the deal. Bruce Willis, of course, the big news yesterday. I mean, shocking news that his career is like over. That he has to step aside. It's sad. I mean, I'm a real Bruce Willis fan. I've always liked the guy.
What's the last awesome movie that you liked he was in?
You know what?
Whole 9 yards?
No. My favorite movie recently that he was in was let's see.
All right, hold on. I went to Bruce Willis.
I think Coda.
What?
Yeah.
I went to Bruce Willis's IMDb.
Yes.
And he has not made a movie that I think I've seen in 15 years.
But he has like 150 movie credit. He's been in a lot of stuff.
He has like 10 movies.
Oh, Pulp Fiction. I thought it was Pulp Fiction.
He was fantastic.
Yeah, that was his last good
in
movie.
1996, that was epic. Yes, you are correct.
He also made a guest appearance on Friends, which I thought was really good.
All right, so right now he has 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 6 movies in post-production, 2
He's
movies
prolific.
completed. And aside from that, I can't even think of the poster of any of these movies.
I don't think he's had a lot of memorable movies in the last 10 years or so. But the guy, you know what else is about Bruce Willis? He was always a good guest on like the late night talk shows. He was always a solid guest. Anyway, the latest information is that Willis has been diagnosed with aphasia, which is a cognitive issue. It's a processing issue of understanding verbal speech and even written language. And this is a problem if you need to speak and read lines and do movie scenes. That's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
So it must be really bad. But listen, he was making a lot of money. He was making, even now he was being paid a whole lot of money to appear in movies.
The last good movie he made was The Sixth Sense in 1999.
Listen to this. A body double was used in most action scenes, particularly those that involve the use of prop guns, according to the LA Times today. On the set of Hard Kill in Cincinnati 2 years ago, Willis allegedly fired a gun on the wrong cue, according to the outlet. No one was hurt, and the movie's producer disputed the incident occurred, but the actors and crew members were alarmed by the alleged discharge from the firearm. Another gun incident occurred on the set of Hard Kill in 2020 when actress Lala Kent, playing Willis's daughter, was supposed to be protected by his character from villains. I'm supposed to think my life is about to end, and then my dad steps in to save the day, Kent told a newspaper. Willis was supposed to deliver a line that served to be a cue to duck before he fired a gun, but the discharged weapon was fired without uttering the line. Because my back was to him, I was unaware of what was happening. But the paper at the time was like, yeah, no big deal, let's reset. But now it seems that Bruce Willis was showing this serious decline since like 2020.
They told him to duck, and what duck?
Duck.
Quack, quack, what?
Quack, quack.
Wait a second. Hold on a minute, guys. More breaking news.
Oh, no.
More Bruce news?
Yes, apparently Bruce Arians is going to take Bruce Willis's place in Die Hard 9.
All right. Well, he's definitely going to have the heart monitor in that one.
They're about the same age. Isn't Bruce Willis 67?
Bruce Willis is 67.
Coach is 69.
Yeah,
How old is John Travolta?
104.
Because he looks better than all of them.
John Travolta's like 70 now. 70 or 71, I think.
I bet you he doesn't have asphyxia. What is it?
It's aphasia.
Aphasia?
It's not asphyxia. How old is John?
I don't know, but he looks fantastic.
John Travolta is 68.
68.
Same age.
Yeah, right.
Look at him. Remembering his lines. Oh, Sandy. I can't forgive my lines.
Guys, there is a moral to a story here. Do not alienate, do not aggravate, do not anger a female tattoo artist with sort of degrading verbiage or a demeanor.
Don't anger her if you're in the seat about to get a tattoo.
Yes. So this tattoo artist says, I had a sexist client today. The male client at the tattoo parlor told the female tattoo artist, you tattoo well for a girl.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. She's leaving lifetime of paint on you. In you.
Guess what she did? She says the guy now has a hidden wiener on his arm.
I got to see a picture.
Wait, it's hidden?
You can hide a wiener. Did you know on the cover of The Little Mermaid there's a wiener?
There's a lot of phallic stuff in Disney cartoons.
There's one right in the cover of The Little Mermaid. There's a humongous ween.
Yeah, there's this one of Aladdin laying back on the
No,
carpet.
it's
and Jasmine
real.
comes. Oh.
Look at the cover of the VHS. You could hide them.
Chelsea Taylor. I know we talked about, like in one of the Disney movies, The Towers, one of the towers, right?
I think that's what he's talking about.
But which one was that?
Little Mermaid, because it's an underwater tower.
Listen, I
And
know
it's shaped like,
I know we talked about it over the years. Anyway, Chelsea Taylor, she revealed on her TikTok account that she hid a penis in this guy's tattoo because the guy was acting like a P-Rick.
What? All he said to her was, "You tattoo. You
tattoo well for a girl."
And she said, "And you look like a guy, so I'm going to put a guy part on your arm."
No, that she was saying this guy's a total.
Yeah.
Didn't he feel her making it?
Well, he was getting the tattoo.
Wasn't he like, why do you keep going in wieners?
No, he's not watching that.
You don't know what a wiener-shaped tattoo feels like getting applied.
If you drew a wiener on my back right now, I would know you're drawing a wiener.
No, the wiener tattoo was. The wiener was incorporated inside.
So what was his tattoo? Like a bunch of coral?
No, it was a wiener. He got a tattoo of a. I don't know. What's the actual tattoo she defaced? I have to see a picture of the tattoo.
I want a bouquet of hot dogs.
Listen, I don't want to say I don't believe her on the surface.
She permanently has hidden a wiener on his arm as punishment for his comments. By the way, the video has been seen hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of times. The comment that one was like, this guy had it coming. Some were calling out the guy. It's very brave of him to insult the person who you consented to permanently draw something on you.
It's a TikTok thing then? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a TikTok video is where it is.
MJ, my point is, this is clickbait until does it show the picture of the tattoo?
It does not. See, that would be a very important part of the story. I'd love to see a picture of where she...
Sort of the payoff,
What was that magazine when I was a kid that I used to love?
Highlights?
Yes.
Yeah, highlights.
Yeah.
They still have that. My kids get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they have the
Great.
hidden? They have the hidden thing in the back.
That's our favorite thing.
That's,
the hidden
that's
picture.
the only thing anybody cares about.
And the silly pictures.
And what about Beavis and Butthead? No, it was like Remus and Rufus and what was it? It was like the good kid, bad kid. Remember that?
I just remember the hidden stuff.
I used to love Highlights. And Highlights is still around?
Yeah, we do it every time it comes.
They used to be in all the doctor's offices too.
That's right.
That's where I first saw Highlights, was in like the pediatrician's office. And then my mom ordered it. I started getting Highlights at home.
What a dork! You got Highlights at home?
Well, guess what? I'd finally have Highlights at home.
Mom, I really like Highlights. Can we get a subscription for myself?
So I finally had Highlights without all of the hidden things circled already in the doctor's office.
That's true.
Yeah, duh.
Man, you really like that magazine, huh?
Plus, I remember the time where there was a giant schlong that was hidden in the Highlights issue.
Look, it was right in the tree.
I was like 7 years old. I was waiting in Dr. Winikoff and Dr. Boris's waiting room in Orangeburg, New York. I was getting ready to just get a physical or something.
You had a doctor turn and cough?
No, I had Dr. Winikoff and Dr. Boris. They were my pediatricians.
Why would a doctor's name be Win a Cough? Don't you go to the doctor to get rid of your cough?
To lose a cough.
Good one.
You're a funny guy, Coop.
I'll be here all week.
Dude,
try the fish.
All right, my aunt for years kept a copy of the Sears catalog with like
the guys.
Man, she's like
the shorts.
My Aunt Vicky had it for like until she died. It's probably somewhere still in her house.
With the guy's ween hanging out, right? That's a famous one.
Yeah. There was a guy in the Sears catalog, and he was modeling like boxers.
In like the 70s, wasn't it?
And his wiener was hanging out of the bottom of the boxer shorts in the Sears catalog. It's true.
It was
what?
It was so.
Oh, you never saw this?
This was a real thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It might have been like in the 60s or early 70s. I don't even know when.
Or it might have been a shadow.
Oh, no. That guy is he's working with
Fester,
a dock line.
Fester, why don't you look up, was the Sears catalog hidden wiener or the exposed wiener, was that real or false? Why don't you look that up?
I'll get it. That's breaking news right there. I'll get into it.
Anyway, so the moral of the story is don't tick off the tattoo artist. Don't say something like, oh, yeah, you tattoo well for a woman. That's terrible.
Cool. Not cool.
Anytime you qualify a compliment, it's not really a compliment.
Like, you sound skinny for a fat guy.
Well, I do? Thank you.
You do. I don't know. It's weird.
I thought I found I sound chubby for a fat guy.
No, you sort of sound like a skinny guy.
Do I really? That's the nicest thing you've ever said.
What about eating plastic? Did you see the story?
Don't we all eat plastic every day?
That's the point. I tend to feel that these excuse me.
Bless you.
I tend to feel that these headlines are a little salacious, like clickbait grabbers. Story came out yesterday. You're eating a credit card's worth of plastic a week.
Cool. How?
Is it a week? Is that how often I eat a credit card worth of plastic?
What am I eating that's plastic?
The microplastics that are in our foods and our water. But I think this is probably a little juiced up. I think this is more of like hidden environmental activism. Does that make sense? I think the story is a bit salacious. I don't think that we're actually eating a take out a credit card. Hang on a minute. Let me take out a credit card. Now I pull out a plastic one here because I do have a metal credit card.
Yeah,
you're gonna eat it?
The black one's metal, MJ. You can't do that.
All right, come on, Fester. All right, so here's my JetBlue credit card. All right, so I'm holding. I don't want to show any numbers here on MJ TV. So here's my JetBlue MasterCard right here. All right, and this is the size of a credit card. Because anyone
it
see
is a
my
credit card.
So this is a credit card. So we're eating this much plastic? Oh, I don't believe that.
I am holding a Wawa gift card, and I gotta tell you, this looks delicious.
If we're eating this much plastic, why don't we just start eating straws? We can get rid of them more quickly from.
That's right. If you're using a plastic straw, just eat it. Yeah, exactly. Recent research suggests that humans consume about 5 grams of small plastic particles every week, about the weight of your credit card.
I'll eat plastic.
The particles make their way into the human food chain from packaging waste, entering the body through sea salt, seafood, even drinking water, according to scientists at the Medical University of Vienna. Nanoplastics is what they're talking about. I don't believe that it's the size of a credit card each week that you're eating in plastic.
And didn't they package this with a story about now for the first time they're finding plastic in people's blood? Did you hear that one too?
No, I didn't see that one. Is that true? Or you just make that up?
I think so.
No, I saw the headline as well.
Right?
But I know nothing about it, but I did see something like that.
Well, that would make sense because if you're eating... Is there any doubt that we're getting little pieces of plastic in some of our food? Yeah, listen, I'm sure we are.
We're getting bad stuff from plastic. We're getting bad stuff from phones.
Listen, absolutely. We're definitely getting some plastic, little mini particles, no doubt about it. But are we getting the size or weight of a credit card every week? That's where I don't know if that's the truth. But I can see if you're eating plastic and it is digested and then little pieces of plastic enter your bloodstream, well, I can see how plastic could be in your blood.
Ugh.
Yeah. They did a study of 22 people. Oh, huge study.
22 people?
22?
Wow.
What a joke.
No, 21's not enough. We need more. Bring me 22 people.
Are you serious? You're going to quote a medical study with 22 people?
I'm going to quote a study on Business Insider that this is what they said. It's the first evidence that human bodies are absorbing and circulating plastics through the bloodstream. But they don't know the risks to our health.
Oh, Fester, you know what we didn't get to today? We didn't get to your wife and the sexting.
That's what I really wanted to get to.
Well, we were just jammed today.
We have a show again tomorrow,
I'll tell you what. All right. We do. So
No, yes,
you know
tomorrow's
what?
canceled.
I'm gonna turn your wife Allison's sexting issue into the promo for tomorrow's show. Therefore, we got to do it. How about that? All right, folks, coming up next, it's the final chunk of MJ for the day. What would you think if you got a text back from a hiring manager from a business that called you a piece of crap?
Oh, my gosh.
Can you imagine? You're getting a text from the manager that's doing the hiring of a business, and in the text, they called you a piece of crap. But it's very odd. Hold on to that thought. We'll get to this next. Also, just a lot of loose ends. We got a lot of stuff. We got a long chunk. Final segment. MJ Morning Show is coming up in minutes. Hey, folks, I want to ask you a question about your money. 6:30, it's the MJ Morning Show on Q105. MJ and the crew here. So what does it mean when you go for a job interview, you get a text back from the hiring manager, and included in the text is, "You piece of crap." But wait a minute, it doesn't make sense. A woman shared the text. She shot a little video, and a woman in New York, a job applicant, is trying to figure out what's going on here, because the text on her phone reads this: "Hey, Jasmine, just follow up." So I'm reading this verbatim, so obviously we got a little sick here.
Okay.
It should be, "I'm just following up," but it's, "Hey, Jasmine, I'm just follow up on our paperwork appointment from Monday. Are you still interested in the position? You piece of crap." What?
You know what? Maybe what happened.
What is that?
Maybe they were doing voice text.
Well, that's what people are speculating.
Yeah.
But what would you have said that could have been misconstrued as, "You piece of crap"?
Please call or something like that.
Call me back. It could be something that he said, or like it could be someone else who was in the room and their voice got picked up if he was doing voice text. Because I did that yesterday. I was texting someone and I was talking using voice text, and I sent it and I looked, and at the end it said, "Help me." And then I was like, I didn't say help me.
Like you sent that like a distress call?
Yeah, it was like a regular message.
That's like a kid in the back of the car holding up a sign to motorists on the interstate. "Help me."
All right, so I've sent
but
a
it was
voice
my
text.
daughter was in the room and she was like, "Mom, help me."
I've sent a voice text while the radio was on. And when I stop talking, my voice text
keeps going.
Picks up
Yes.
the music, and I look down and suddenly there's the lyrics to "Another One Bites the Dust" on my voice text. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta delete this and clean it up. Or if something, I've gotten distracted before while I'm voice texting, and let's say I'm driving and I get cut off and I say, "You piece of crap." Send.
Yeah, I'm sure you say that.
It's not what I say. I drop the bombs.
Hey, if I curse, seriously, if on my voice to text, I use an Android. I've got the Google Pixel 6 Pro, and if I curse, it doesn't put the curse word. It puts the asterisks.
Oh no, my phone's gotten a lot better about that.
What, you've taught your phone?
Yeah, what are you giving it lessons?
Well, I mean, it
Good phone.
It doesn't.
Yes, I've taken my cell phone for voice-to-text profanity lessons, so it recognizes all the S-bombs and F-bombs and all the bombs all together. No, but seriously, my phone, if I curse, even if I do like ass clown or something. Hang on, let me try right. Hold on, I'm going to do it right now. Hold on, I'm going to send Fester. I'm going to dictate a text to Fester right now. All right, there you go, Dominic Siciliano. What's his phone number? Here it is.
813-310-8444.
Yeah, that's it.
Froggy, stop giving out his phone.
I still get texts every day from people.
You know, somebody emailed me and told me that when you Google 813-310-8444, a picture of Fester shows up on Google.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Do it, Google.
Go to yeah, by the way, folks, Froggy has been blurting out Fester's cell phone number for like 2 months now.
It's so fun.
Yeah, Coop.
Oh, my God, he's right. Please Google it right now.
Yeah, WRBQ. Well, we images.
When you type in Fester's cell phone number,
Hold on, I'm trying to hold on.
A video comes up of Fester.
Google back.
Dude, you have no
Hold
idea
on.
how to operate a
Images.
computer. You don't.
Look,
There I am.
he's the first picture.
All right, hold on. I want to before I move on. Hold on.
It's true.
Hold on. I want to text something to Fester. All right. I'm doing voice to text. All right, quiet everybody. Hang on. All right, here we go. Fester is a giant ass clown. Oh, no, it did ass clown.
Everybody else texting the same thing right now. 813-310-844. Let's get text coming in for the rest of the show.
You left
Turn
the
that
four,
phone up loud.
4 off.
Oh, it's 3 4s at the end. 813-310-8444.
All right, that's
Hey,
it.
you want people
Turn it up.
You want people to text Fester?
Right now.
Fester's
You're
a-
a fat ass clown.
All right,
Fester's a
wait, what is
giant,
it?
No, Fester's a giant ass clown.
Fester's a giant ass clown. Everybody join the fun.
Text Fester now at what?
813-310-8444.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
You got to
four.
turn it up.
Turn your phone
I don't know.
up.
I have it on silent for the show.
Yeah, well, for the first time ever.
Yeah,
All right. Today you have your phone on silent? All
Do
right.
not disturb off.
You don't even know how to operate your cell phone.
I eliminated all sounds during the show because I got in trouble so much with.
You have no idea how to operate your cell phone.
I think it's just his fingers are so big.
How many texts have come in?
You
so
got
far?
fat fingers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 in the last.
Yeah, keep
30
them coming.
seconds.
Oh, I heard it. Yeah.
Another one.
All right.
Another one.
Put the phone to the mic.
That's not where the speaker is, you hump.
There we go.
These are all the texts rolling into These are all the texts coming into Fest.
Keep them coming. Hey, don't call.
Yeah, I don't answer calls,
now,
people.
Now
Text him.
Now people are calling him. His phone's ringing now. Do they all say Fester's a giant ass clown?
I gotta go to the messages.
Fester's a giant ass clown. Fester's an ass clown. Giant ass clown. Fat ass clown.
Do you want to just hold the phone, Froggy?
Listen to this. Just hold the phone to the microphone. Those are all texts.
This is outrageous. Don't forget, guys. 813-310-8444. Fester's a giant ass clown.
Cooper, you liking this?
Keep them coming.
Thank God we don't live in the time where we have to pay for text anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, right.
It's almost every second.
It is. It's every second.
Oh, don't call him.
Now there's
I'm
another.
not going to answer your call, people.
Now there's another call coming in.
Yeah, unless you're saved in my phone book, I don't answer your call.
This is never going to stop.
I could do this forever. Stop.
There's another call.
Oh, now people are calling you.
Whoever's calling from Brooksville, I'm not calling. I'm not answering.
Oh, my heart. It hurts. Okay, it's calming down. Oh, maybe not.
It's not calming down. It's not calming down.
What are they saying? You're reading them.
I mean, it takes so long. Hold on here. Let me go back to my texts. I have 214 texts.
Wait, we're going a lot.
Stop talking. Stop talking. This is. These are all.
Oh my God.
279, 280, 200,
my ribs.
293, 296.
I can't breathe.
There's something about that stupid sound, too.
Hold on. 300 texts.
Every one of those is like giving Froggy the biggest shot of dopamine right now.
Oh, this is the best. It's not ending. What's the matter with you people?
Yeah. All right. So
we have to move on. We just must.
We have to move on.
Just leave that there.
Fun as this is.
I can't move on. These are all texts coming in every time you hear. Da, 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 da.
Do you want me to stop giving out your phone number?
It won't stop. Yeah,
Okay.
don't give it out again.
we're approaching 400.
All right. I'm just going to say 813-310-8444. That's the last time I'm ever doing it.
All right, now, Fester.
Yes.
The noise can't even keep up with the number of texts that are coming in.
It can't. No, it's
It's almost shorting out the noise. It's like,
All right. What else before we get? Oh, my wife, Michelle. All right, we got to put her on mute again. It's just getting distracting now. It's going to go for the next couple hours.
ass clown. One guy says Froggy sucks.
Hey!
I agree.
that's not what you're supposed to text.
Oh, I'm coughing up a storm. All right,
I never thought people really cared. I guess that do.
All right, I got to move on.
Okay.
All right, man, the crap that just happens on the show, folks.
Tell you what.
Unplanned stuff. So Michelle pointed out to me last night, am I at all fearful of scuba diving in the Gulf of Mexico? Because a great white shark has pinged off of Pinellas County.
No way.
That's insane.
No, it's not insane. It's the ocean. There's stuff out there.
Yeah, but you
usually
don't
we
really
don't-
think about it.
We usually don't get great whites up here,
Yes,
do we?
you get great whites in the Gulf.
We have a lot of bull sharks here.
We do.
They found one a few years ago, a big one off the Howard Franklin. Big, great
We
one.
have some tiger sharks, which are dangerous as well.
That's the ping. That's the ping of the shark.
Can't believe it.
It's unbelievable. How many texts are now in to you, Fester?
It's got to be to 500 almost.
523.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Anyway,
All right, I'm sorry.
So Michelle pointed out, did you see the story about the great white off of Pinellas in the Gulf? I'm like, yes. Well, does it bother you? No.
Does it have a name? Because usually when they're pinged, they like name them.
Yeah, the shark is Rose.
Aw.
Sounds harmless.
Yeah,
Is that the shark's name? Rose?
Rose.
The tracking of Rose, a juvie female great white, according to OSearch, is that it online? The tracker?
Yeah.
OSHA.
Yeah. What?
No,
Is
no.
it OSHA?
No, OSHA is the Occupational Safety and Health.
Close.
Yeah, Coop.
So for the longest time, I've had this app on my phone, and now it's coming in handy. It's a shark tracker app.
Yeah.
So I'm zooming in now, and it actually is really, really close.
Where is Rose, the great white shark, right now?
So lateral, is that the one that goes left to right?
Well, the latitude is left to right.
So
yes.
almost the same latitude range as the point of St. Petersburg.
So the tip,
great.
like the tip of St. Petersburg.
Yeah. So yes, like North Reddington Beach area. If you just go straight out east,
right?
Never
Awesome.
saw west.
So is this real time on where Rose, the great white shark, is right now?
I'll come in and show you.
All right. So how far offshore is Rose, the great white, off of Pinellas County? Can you see how far?
That
how many
I do
miles?
not know.
All right.
Hey,
listen.
you need to get a cage and go do your cage diving with Rose.
Out in the
Rose
Gulf.
sounds
Yeah.
cool.
Now, I'm going to go to Guadalupe for that, or maybe South Africa. But listen,
Rose is a cute name for a
it doesn't
killing
bother
machine.
me. It doesn't bother me that a great white shark is off the coast of Pinellas County. It's the Gulf. There are sharks in the Gulf, the ocean. Yeah. Hang on a sec.
I'll watch Shark Week while I'm at the beach.
Actually, I would say it looks like Rose the shark looks like, if I were to guess, just because the map doesn't scale it.
MJ, I have a scale map in front of you.
Oh, you do? So
Rose is like 40 miles
offshore,
of
yeah. So
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Rose is pretty far out, but it doesn't bother me. Hey, listen.
Let's throw a bunch of buckets of blood and try to get her close.
Melanie the sea turtle is right off of Bradenton Beach.
Aw.
Hey, what is going on this weekend? State Road 56 is going to be shut down. It's going to be a mess. Is that right?
I don't know. Is that where is that?
So hold on. Wesley Chapel.
Okay. I don't go over there that often.
That's right near Wesley Chapel, Toyota. All right. So
the home of the McMansion.
Land O'Lakes, Wesley Chapel. This weekend, State Road 56 will be shut down at I-75. It'll close on Friday at 11 p.m. It's going to reopen on Sunday afternoon, and construction crews are going to be working on all the intersections and the transitioning of all the, all the divergence.
It's a big exit for people off of 75 in Wesley Chapel. Your whole traffic's going to be screwed up.
It's going to be messed up.
You know what else is up there?
So listen, bottom line is you want to stay away from 56 and I-75 Friday night at 11 until Sunday afternoon.
It's not too far from Parks Ford. We're friends and friends.
What?
You ever watch that Parks Ford commercial? My favorite commercial.
You just have a stroke?
Just put your phone back on
My
there.
favorite commercial is the Parks Ford commercial where at the end, the presenter, the announcer, she says, we're friends and friends, but it always sounds a little mush-mouthy to me.
We're friends and friends?
We're friends. At Parks Ford.
Dude, you're such a bully.
We have our mouthy moments around here.
Yes,
perfect timing, Roxanne.
Yes, we do, Roxanne.
We're friends.
Apparently, that is 100% right. All right, folks, we got to get out of here. Anything else before we roll today?
I have one more important thing to say.
Hold on to that thought. Let me all right, hold on. Hang on a minute. Just hold on to that thought. Let me just mention our last MJ Morning Show sponsor of the morning here. And, of course, it's our good friends at Zero Res. And don't fall for, other people's ideas and suggestions. Oh, you want a great idea how to clean your house? Or, people that watch these videos online. No. If you want to really clean your house, you get a hold of Zero Res. You need your carpets cleaned, your grout cleaned, your tile cleaned. Do you need upholstery cleaned? Well, that's what Zero Res exists for. Zero Res. They use a patented technology called ZR Water. It's an electrolyzed oxidative water. It cleans better than a detergent. Doesn't leave behind. Listen, it's still going on.
It's still happening right now. Hold on.
Look at this. Fester's phone is still getting texts. This is unfreaking
That's
believable.
amazing.
This is unbelievable. Hey, Nielsen. Hello. All right. So, an incredible ZR water process is what Zero Res brings to the table. You know, they don't use sticky residue chemicals. Your carpets will stay clean longer. If you'd like an awesome deal, this is the MJ Q105 deal. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109. Mention me MJ Q105 at Zero Res. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109. Call 813-375-9960, or you can schedule online, ZeroResTampaBay.com. Remember, when your carpets need to be cleaned, it's ZeroResTampaBay.com. ZeroResTampaBay.com. Zero Res, you spell backward or forward. It's the right way to clean, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, Fester is like, he's moving the phone from like his pocket and up to the microphone. So it's amazing. All right, Froggy, you had one final thing on the show today. What might that be?
I just want to say that this has been a fun experiment, but I think that everybody should continue to text Fester at 310-8444, area code 813. If you're feeling down, go ahead and send Fester a love note. Maybe
Thank you.
Maybe some wiener shots.
Oh, God. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Did you just suggest people text Fester wiener shots? Oh, my God. What is wrong with you?
All
right, folks.
God.
All right, Roxanne, do you have anything to say?
Just kidding. Don't do that.
I'm eating a delicious brownie. Pat George's wife made it for me. It's wonderful.
Oh,
thanks for me giving us one, Pat.
648 texts.
All right, folks, have a fantastic day, folks. Website is loaded, mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. We'll see you tomorrow, and let's be careful out there.